Welcome everybody. I'm glad you're enjoying the music. It's a classic, you know. Just don't think too hard about that chili dog line. How's everyone doing today? Sorry it took me a little bit longer to get going. I was waiting on my tea, actually. My tea was not, the water was not boiling. And I wanted to make sure I had some tea before we started. Perfect temp. It's got a little milk and honey in there. Excellent flavor. Much better than yesterday's weird garlic bread toast tea. Was not my fave. But yeah. Anyway, how's everybody doing today? Welcome in. I still haven't posted on social media that I'm actually streaming, so just give me a sec. It was your birthday, Rayor. Aw, well, happy birthday, and congratulations on being first. True tea and not liquid gold. Yes. Yeah, that was not a good time. Oh, did you miss that amaze? You must have popped away when I was lamenting the combination of flavors that were in my tea. Yeah, it was not supposed to be garlic bread toast tea, but that's what it tasted like. Partially my fault because I put oat milk in it apparently. But turns out blueberry juniper tea, don't add any oat milk to that. Because for some reason it tastes like garlic bread. It's very strange. Anyway, hope everybody's Tuesday is off to a good start. Ouch. You want Texas toast? I'm so sorry. That's okay. No worries, Amaze. I was getting made fun of quite a bit in your absence, so don't worry. Everybody did their job. Let's see. I'm gonna post on the Blue Sky really fast to make sure that people know I'm streaming. And then we're gonna get started. If anybody wants to get started without me, do not feel like you have to wait. You don't have to use my references if you don't want to. I am going to try to remember this time to actually start a prediction. So we're going to do a prediction of how many studies you think I'll get to. Let's see. How many studies will Casey do? 1, 2, 3, or many more? That's just the options that are there from last time. So there you go. There's your prediction. You already know I'm streaming Carson. Oh my gosh, you're too good. By the way, I was terrible at shoutouts yesterday, but if you guys aren't already following Carson, you need to make sure that you do. Thanks for popping in, Carson. I'm honored to have you. Guys, seriously, Carson is an incredible art streamer here on Twitch. You probably already know him. We've rated him a few times, but if anyone's not already following Carson, do it. Incredible stuff. Does tons of really cool art. And very quickly, has been doing like these daily doodles that are just well beyond a doodle. Like they're like finished drawings, but they are awesome. Is Texas toast a thing in Texas? I guess. I don't... You know, I remember buying it at the store, but I don't remember people actually making it like at home. So I kind of think it's just a marketing thing. I hate to break it to you, Ungoy. Yeah, it's just really thick toast with a ton of butter. But I don't feel like all the people I knew who baked bread in Texas, they just sliced it like normal slice sizes. So I think it's just a marketing thing because it's a big piece of bread. But yeah, I still like Texas toast. It's very tasty. You've been missing the days last few months? You know what? I still think all your work is incredible, even if you're not doing a daily masterpiece. So you always assumed it was a recipe from Texas. Yeah, I think that's what they're trying to make you think. It's kind of like the same thing with Texas Roadhouse. I think people just like to put Texas on stuff because it makes you think that it's, yeah, something from there. I will say, Texas barbecue, I do miss. Really, any pit smoke barbecue. I don't even really care about the like regional sauces or whatever that people get all up in a twist about with barbecue. Why are my songs such different volumes? I'm so sorry. But yeah. Yeah, I'm assuming they do that with lots of things. Yeah, exactly. Okay, before I get I'm gonna get caught up on chat here, but let me post on Blue Sky really fast before I forget, because I will forget if I don't do it like right this second. I didn't make a cute little doodle today. I guess I could do it here. We'll just do like a little... I need to be better about... Listen, I'm still adjusting to getting to the studio earlier, so I got here like maybe 10 minutes before stream started, so I don't really have time to... I want to do like little doodles and stuff just to kind of show people who haven't been here before, like, oh, we're going to be drawing, but normally I do like a little doodle of the thing we're drawing, but we're just going to do that today. Okay. Let's see. Guys, I really want to make more emotes. Have I mentioned that lately? Okay. Posting on the blue sky. The blue sky, much like the Facebook, folks. Drawing some lizards and skinks this morning at... Let's see if I can actually do it the right way. The Art Gym. Spelled it right. Last time I left the E out, so it's just Art Gym. I'm so... I can't pay attention to stuff. Multitasking is hard. Talking and streaming and trying to do things at the same time is hard. I don't know how people do it. Come doodle with me and we'll look at your sketches at the end. Ta-da! There, we did it. We did the thing. Oh, I should also post the link. It's helpful if people know how to get here. It turns out. I don't like how long that is. There we go. What other... Do hashtags even work on Blue Sky? Does anyone know? Jury is out. I'm just gonna put lizards. Studies. I don't know. Whatever. That's all I'm gonna do. Okay. Hashtag the art gym at the top with little Casey doodle and heart. Theme lizards plus skinks. Let's get... I just need to copy and paste this, honestly. I'm so tired of typing this every time. Let's get the bad drawings out. In speech bubble, but not Bible. That the blue-tailed skink is saying. Sayong. You guys can see my terrible typing skills here. Dancing lizard nearby. How's that for an alt text? I don't know. Anyway. Did I do everything? Anyway, I don't know if I did everything. But if you want to, if anybody wants to post somewhere that isn't a Discord, here is the Blue Sky link to that post. You can post in the comments here if you don't want to join a Discord to participate. That's always an option. There you are. There's the link to that. Okay. Is there any place else oh, I should probably post on stupid Twitter. Does anyone actually use Twitter anymore? Maybe I'll just post on Instagram. I might just abandon Twitter. I feel silly posting on a platform that nobody actually uses. It's just one extra step. I'll just post on the Instagram stories today. I'm not feeling Twitter. Okay. But how's everybody doing? I hope everyone's Tuesday is going well. I will catch up on chat here in just a second, so I see you there. But yeah, if anybody hasn't been here before and you want to draw along, just know that you don't have to draw what I'm drawing. If you'd rather draw something else, that's totally fine. You don't have to do lizards and skinks. We just haven't done a reptile study in a while. And I think just saying reptile is too general. So I decided to pick this. I mean, obviously lizards is a huge category. We probably could have just done skinks, to be honest. Lizards is like, there's gajillions of them. But anyway, I tried to narrow it down just a little bit for myself, just so that I can kind of target in on something. But yeah, if you'd rather do figure studies like we did yesterday, or if you'd rather study your cat that's laying on the couch next to you, or if you'd rather study your hand, or I don't know, dresses or anything, environmental stuff, feel free to do any kind of study. We'll show any studies as long as they're done from either reference or observation. That's all I ask, is that it's mostly drawn from observation or reference, or like a tutorial that you're following, or like foundational art practice. The whole point of the art gym is to like encourage us to all kind of do the hard workout part of art that we all tend to avoid, which is studies and drawing things that are not normal for us. It's more fun to draw, obviously, like, you know, your own world building or your own OCs or like fan art. Like that's a little bit easier to do. This is the stuff that I don't know about you, but I tend to avoid. So the whole point of the art gym is to like encourage us to all do the stuff that we tend to avoid. So yeah. Anyway, welcome to the art gym. Draw with me. There we go. Okay, I posted on blah 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 on Instagram stories. I don't even use Instagram other than the stories these days, I feel like. There we go. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay, let me scroll up and say hi to everybody. I'm way behind in chat. I'm sorry. Let's see. We got Slappy Salamander. Hello, if I haven't said hi already. And Maze, of course. Thank you for being here. And thank you, Maze, for pinning that post to the top there. Oh, there's still a little time to predict. If anybody wants to predict how many drawings you think I'm going to get done today. It's anybody's guess, really. But you can earn some channel points if you want. And Rayor, of course. Happy birthday once again. If I didn't say it earlier. Dracon, welcome in. And Ungoy, welcome in. Now you got me wanting Texas toast. I actually didn't really finish my breakfast now that you mention it, so I may grab my granola bar. It is Taco Tuesday. True. Zemius, hello, welcome in. And of course Carson, hi, it's good to see you. Scrolling. Briboette, hello, if I didn't say hi earlier. I think I saw you sneak in here. Thanks for being here. Another awesome artist here on Twitch. Briboette, if you're still listening, I hope the prep for your show, is that it, right? I hope that's going well. Your work was looking really, really cool that you showed in the showcase like a month ago or something. Which, by the way, if anybody wants to enter the art showcase, we have one that goes on every single month. And then at the first stream of the month, we'll show everything that was submitted over the past month. It's kind of confusing, I guess, but that's the best way I know how to do it right now. It may change. But if anyone wants to enter, that's how you do it. If you post the link in a reply to your original post with no other file attached, the link will embed and people can just play the stream from Blue Sky. Yeah, I know that. Yeah, I know, and I've kind of waffled on whether or not I should just do that, but like, I sometimes wonder if that's good or bad, because like, if somebody comes across that post when it's not live, it just kind of looks dead. And so I think that's why I tend to do an image. But I don't know, I'm open to input. Maybe do people prefer an embedded link that they can watch from Blue Sky? Does that count as a view if people watch an embedded? I actually don't know how that works. If anybody knows, please let me know. Let's see. You can also mute hashtags or use hashtags to find all the posts with the hashtag. Yeah, that's true. They do use hashtags. Okay. I just was never sure. There's no 0 option loading in. I always do at least 1. I'm just trying to help you out. When the stream doesn't have pre-rolls. That's true. Yeah, I'll have to think about that, actually. Lizards, you say? Hey, Raycodactylus. Is a Raycodactylus, is that a gecko? I think it's a gecko, right? How you doing, Rayco? Another streamer that you should follow, everybody. A science communication streamer and also speedrunner here on Twitch. If you're looking for more gamers to follow who actually have things to say that are interesting, I definitely recommend Reiko. Always down for a good science chat. Always a good time. How you doing, Reiko? Dracon, you can choose whatever kind you want, honestly. Like every time we do the art gym, just be aware you don't have to draw what I'm drawing. Nobody does. This is just the theme that I picked for myself because it's something I haven't drawn in a while. Make it a little bigger so people can see. But yeah, don't feel like you have to limit yourself unless you want to. Some people, it's too broad to say draw whatever you want. So for some people, a prompt is helpful because it kind of helps them narrow the focus. But if the prompt's not speaking to you, like don't everyone do Casey style. Oh gosh, please don't draw me. Actually, it's funny you say that. I did have somebody do a study of me one time on this, and I was like, oh gosh. I'm no model, but also the lighting in this room is bad no matter what I do. Like in the morning it's not so bad, but as the day goes on it tends to get kind of crappy. Doing lizardy things? Well, that's awesome. Let's see. We had it last week. It went great. That's awesome. Congratulations, Bribolette. What's the next step? I mean, what happens? I'm so curious. You inclined to say no? Yeah. It reverts to your profile picture. Yeah. And I just, I just don't know how I feel about it. Considering the kerfuffle with Fextralife artificially boosting views from the website by embedding the stream, I would say no. I don't even know what that is. What is that? Fextralife? Is that an account, Carson Druitt? So it doesn't count as a view, you don't think? Okay. But I know personally I'm terrible at not clicking links my friends send if they don't embed. That's fair. Yeah, I've gone back and forth. I feel like I get more engagement when I don't embed the link. Like when I post an image instead of letting the link be the image, like the embed. But maybe that's just been my weird experience. I don't know. let's see. Sometimes takes me an hour to start. It's true, Maze. It's true. It's indeed a genus of gecko. That's what I thought. It was a gecko. Can't speak for anyone else. When the post gives a preview of the content, you're more likely. Yeah, that's fair. Well, maybe I'll try it again sometime. Yeah. They got in trouble, so they blocked Fextra from getting views from embeds, and since then, they made their own streaming video on their website. Huh. Interesting. I have no idea. I'll have to look into that. Princess modeling, though. Channel that ran Baldur's Gate 3 wiki when the game first came out. The info was wrong. The site worked poorly, but the sidebar of every page they embedded their Twitch stream. Oh, wow. I mean, that's one way to do it, I guess. I don't know any of the Twitch lore, you guys. I'm such a, like, I've been on Twitch for a long time, but I'm telling you, I literally hid in my tiny corner of Twitch for like 6 years until this last year, and then I finally decided to like poke my head out and try and meet people. Like I'm blissfully ignorant of any Twitch drama, which is kind of nice, to be honest. I think I have rose-colored glasses a little bit when it comes to Twitch. I'm sure there's like a dark underbelly, but I have just had nothing except a good experience. Like the art side of Twitch, the science side of Twitch, everyone has just been so awesome, and I just kick myself that I didn't get involved sooner. So I always like to encourage, especially artists who are wanting to maybe think about start streaming, like just do it. Just try. Like, I know it's scary and we're all introverts and it's really hard to like put yourself out there, but man, I have met so many cool people over the last year, specifically because of Twitch. And honestly, it's like Twitch is probably single-handedly the reason I've grown at all on social media, because I've spent over like a decade trying to get traction on social media, and it's always been like hitting a brick wall until I finally met people, and like it just got better. So if there's any artists out there who are kind of hemming and hawing about trying Twitch out, you know, we do have a Discord. You don't have to go to my Discord. Just find a Discord with a community that you really vibe with. A lot of people have stream share channels, especially in the art side of Twitch. We're all very, like, everyone here is just so interested in what everyone else is doing. I find it's pretty common that I'll go into a Twitch stream and they'll be like, oh, you do art? Like, that's cool. What kind of art do you do? And like, everybody's just trying to meet other people. And I don't know, it's like a breath of fresh air compared to just screaming into the void, is how I feel it is on so many social platforms. So anyway, thank you to everybody who's been a part of my Twitch experience, I guess. You're all amazing. This bothers me. Why is there... Sorry, I just have to get fixated for a second on this dumb thing, and then we'll start drawing. I don't know why that was there. Okay. Let's save. See you streaming on Twitch. The fact that I more often than not would not be able to talk. You know, and that's the cool thing about art streams too, Dracon, is you don't have to have a webcam. You don't have to have a mic. I know I watch so many artists on Twitch, and I will lurk there, who aren't talking. You know, they just, like, they're just drawing and a screen sharing, or have a camera pointed at their art, and there's no interaction except for maybe in chat. Every once in a while they'll pop in, but they're just sharing their process. And to me, I think that's why artists, like, you have literally nothing to lose by streaming on Twitch. Worst case, you just keep doing what you're already doing. You know, best case, maybe somebody finds your art and you gain a new fan or meet a new friend. I don't know. I just think it's a win-win for artists. Yeah, there's tons of streamers that don't, especially, like I said, art streamers that don't use any of that. I think it's fine, personally. The art usually speaks for itself. The art is why people are there, you know, for the most part anyway. Okay, let's do a study. So typically I start with a skeletal study, but because we're doing such a broad variety of animals this time, I don't feel like a skeletal study of a skink, like a skeletal study of this animal is not gonna help me with this one. So I think I'm just gonna jump into it and use kind of my found knowledge. I have done reptile skeleton studies before, and I do have kind of a baseline knowledge of their anatomy. So I'm just gonna jump into it and just see what happens. And if I start to struggle, maybe I'll pull up a skeletal study of some kind. But I'm gonna start with this little skinky guy. I think he's pretty cool. But like I said, if anybody wants to do something else, feel free to choose a different topic. And remember, the purpose of a study is not to necessarily copy the image. Purpose of the study is to, well, don't do what I almost did and just try to like fit it into the page. But you're trying to focus on kind of like learning about the thing you're drawing, right? So ask yourself questions like, why is the light here and not here? Oh, what does that tell me about the skull shape? You know, what does that tell me about the planes of this animal, like the planes of the face or the planes of the body? What does that tell me about the anatomy? And kind of learning how to ingest that and put it into your visual library, right? So that you can pull it out later when you want to do an imaginative piece. Maybe you want to study the colors. Honestly, the colors is most of what I'm interested in this skink right here. It's a blue-tailed skink, very, very pretty. And this would be a fun design to throw into a creature design or even a ship design or something like that. So there's various things you can study for. Just try to keep your purpose in mind and try not to copy, especially when you're doing flat two-dimensional references like this. It's really easy. I say this all the time, but it's really easy to fall into a habit of copying versus studying. And the way you can know the difference is if you find yourself paying more attention to like the angles of lines rather, you know, basically just doing like a visual outline as you draw versus like structure and form. Okay, at least that's one way that I look for it. So yeah, I like to start with like the skull, where would the ribs be, kind of find the big shapes and then connect them, right? Keep it loose at first. And then you can kind of fill in the gaps. Actually, there's like a really fun head shape here. There's like a little bit of a, I don't know if it's called a gullet. There's like a little bit of a throat flap thing going on, which is kind of fun to think about. Extra Life are notorious for spreading horrible misinformation in Souls games. Really? Tend to avoid them. Likewise, their Monster Hunter wikis are full of bad info. Enough that a new crowdfunded and volunteer-only wiki was made for Monster Hunter. Why do they just put whatever they want up there? That seems counterproductive. Have you ever looked at Skull Sketcher? It's an app that gives you a 3D model of a skull. Oh, interesting. I don't think I have. Hold on, we have to look this up. This sounds very useful. It might, if I don't have it pinned, I definitely will. Skull Sketcher. Nice. Ooh. I don't think I have heard of this. Let's pin this. Thank you for the recommendation. It costs money now, but it's a one-time purchase. That's fine. I don't mind paying for resources if they're really valuable, you know? Let's pin this to my... I have a figure drawing board hidden in the human folder. So if anybody goes to my Pinterest page, !ref, if you want to check it out. But in the human folder, there is a resources folder that says figure studies. I'm going to pin that in there. Thank you. That's a great recommendation. Oh, this is a loud song. Sorry. But diamonds. Hey Clay, how's it going? It's good to see you. You can download it for free if you post it on socials. Hey, I can do that. I can absolutely do that. Your internet is just deciding to die. Oh no, I'm so sorry. Yeah, that's a really cool resource. I like that. The shape. I keep drawing too big, you guys. Have I mentioned I'm not totally awake yet? Clay is another awesome artist here. If you guys don't know Clay. Clay, I can't remember if you stream or not. I think maybe one time you did. Would love to catch a Clay stream if you ever decided to. I know you're busy. Yeah, sculpting is super, super fun. Clay does amazing sculptures. Twitch drama is like overhearing high schoolers beefing. Yeah. Well, I mean, look at the target demographic. It doesn't surprise me. It's always kind of over the kind of stuff that registers as really important and serious when your life experiences amount to your primary education, running a lemonade stand in front of your house for 2 weeks somewhere, and a family vacation in Spain. Yeah. I mean, having perspective helps a lot, and it's harder to have. It's not impossible to have perspective as a high schooler, but it is harder to have perspective as a high schooler if you're not super self-aware, which a lot of high schoolers don't have interest in being, apparently. I don't know. I like to think I don't know, I feel like the people I ran around with in high school were kind of unusual in that most of the people I enjoyed spending time with were a little more self-reflective and a little more self-aware, which I always appreciated. Later third of this year, you're going to. Nice. Well, let's go ahead and let's boost up your follower count, guys. Seriously, if you're not following Clay, really, really fantastic sculptures. Super, super cool. I don't know if you'll be doing sculpting, but fantastic artist that I highly recommend. Go ahead and follow so that whenever Clay does start streaming, you won't miss it. Don't be one of the people who misses it. I know I'm going to try not to be. Hey, Ricky, how are you? It's good to see you. I hate being the adult to say that kind of thing because it made me so mad when I was the high schooler, but it's true. No, see, it's funny because it didn't make me mad as a high schooler because I would actually, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I just was a weirdo, but I felt like I spent so much time watching what other people were doing and just being like, do you not see how the struggles you're having are a direct consequence of your actions? And being like super confused by it. And so actually when I heard things like that, I was like, yeah, no, that checks out. Like, I hate that I'm being lumped into that because of the age I'm at right now, but like, valid. But I also hung around with people who are making some really bad life choices sometimes. So I was just like, oof. Like, you're gonna really regret that when you're in your 20s and 30s and probably your life. But maybe that was just me. I don't know. Do you remember that time you harassed me from buying something from your shop? You bought it? Oh my gosh, wait. Did you find a thing to buy? Oh my gosh, Ricky, it didn't tell me. Did you buy it from Redbubble? Oh, I'm so glad it came out well. I actually thought maybe there was a problem with Redbubble. I had a note to go find why I couldn't get that print up there. Did it actually come out? Oh my gosh, that makes me so happy. Thank you so much for letting me know. If you felt like showing how it came out like in a photo, I'd really love to see. I've actually I don't think I've ever had anybody order a print from Redbubble. I've had people order like small stuff. But I'm glad it came out well. Why didn't it tell me that somebody bought something? I always forget how to get there. Redbubble is so freaking confusing sometimes. I'll have to look into this later. I don't know why it didn't tell me. It's the notebook. Oh, okay. Okay, you got it on a notebook. That's awesome. Oh my gosh. I don't know why it still didn't tell me that. The prints should have been on there too, but they're not. Yeah. So I need to fix that. You actually pointed it out to me. Once upon a time I had an imprint, and that was where I was going to put all my like art prints and have Redbubble be like my merch shop. So maybe that's why I didn't enable that as a print. I just need to look into it. Might as well add another one. Yeah, exactly, Amaze, exactly. I'm really glad it got to you and that it looks good, though. I always wonder about the print quality from Redbubble. But yeah, I'd be super interested in... Or if you post it on socials, I can repost it or something. They didn't tell you because they're taking your money, so that's probably true. That's probably true. Well, I'm super honored, Ricky. Thank you so much. I don't get too many purchases from my shop, so thank you for... There's this thing that happens on Redbubble where if you don't make a sale like every 6 months, I think, you have to start paying to be on the platform. So you just saved me from having to pay for it or take it down. So thank you. I really appreciate that. I need to advertise it more because I always forget that that's going to be the case until I get an email. And they're like, hey, just so you know, if you don't make a sale soon. Oh my gosh, shoot. I know it's crazy, right, Ricky? It's kind of wild. I keep stuff on there just because it's been up there for a while. Oh, the t-shirts that you've bought there. And phone cases are kind of questionable. You have Redbubble you put up ages ago. You might want to check. I forget where the settings are. But it was kind of a big deal like last year sometime when they made this change. Or maybe it was a year before. I can't remember, honestly. I'll have to look into it. And maybe they revoked it. Maybe people like threw a fit and they stopped, but I feel like there's some kind of a caveat on Redbubble. I found out she had Redbubble and I bought a cool Protect Native Pollinator sticker. That's awesome. I would have thrown a fit. Yeah, I think people were pretty unhappy. I was definitely like, oh shoot. You might look into it. I could be quoting old information also. So I just know that was the case, and that was the last I heard that was the case. And at the time, I had made enough sales that I hit the cusp, and so I wasn't going to get hit with it, but I have friends that took down their Redbubbles because of it. So it definitely happened. I'm not totally making it up, but I haven't looked into it in a while. I've had so much else going on, I just haven't had time. And it was like a small fee. It wasn't a lot. It was just like a few bucks. But still, like if it's a few bucks you're not planning on, it does feel like bad. So, When I signed up last month, it did sort me into a premium account instead of a need to pay account. So it's still there. Yeah, it's like an account type, and it depends on like what you sell and how much you sell, I think. I don't remember. I don't remember. It just might be worth looking into. Like I said, they may have changed it because people may have like been upset. But I remember they made that announcement at one point, and I was like, oh crap, I guess I have to like stay on top of this a little bit better. I've thought about setting up a fourth wall because it integrates really well with Twitch. And has anyone bought stuff off of fourth wall? Because I know they do like pop-ups and stuff for sales on fourth wall, and like subscribers can get discounts, and I think that's really cool. I'd love a way to like thank my subscribers a little more. You know, I already do like commission discounts and stuff for patrons, but it'd be cool to have some ways to thank folks here too. Anyway, let me know if anyone's bought something from fourth wall, because like I might set one up. I don't know. Oh, hey, Bickman, by the way. I'm so sorry. I think I totally missed you saying hi in chat. You're so sneaky back there, Bickman. I hope you're doing well if you're still here. Thanks for popping in. Let's see. Dow Dave, which animal's head and paws do you think is the easiest to draw onto a human body? I think it depends on your skill set, frankly. Like, I would have a pretty easy time with just about any mammal. I would have a less easy time with a snake. But I could still probably do it. I think it just, yeah, I think it depends on your skill set. Maybe try a few. Apparently she's local. That's awesome, Sloppy. You have friends that use it. Okay, cool. Hey, Evan, how's it going? It's good to see you. Thanks for popping in. Speaking of more awesome artists that are hanging out in chat today, Evan Blair Art, incredible artist that you should all definitely go check out. Kreiner has some fourth wall stuff, nice quality. Okay, mugs are not dishwasher safe. That's good to know. Fourth wall is okay on shirts and stuff, but don't buy prints. That's good to know. Or mugs or stickers. Oh, see, I was gonna do stickers. Okay. I think you can even do a thing where somebody could buy something on fourth wall to give away on stream. Yeah, and that does seem like a fun thing. I've noticed like Art and Jess does that, and a few other art streamers I've seen. I thought that could be kind of fun too. Some people are just insanely generous on Twitch. I'm like, holy cow. Struble, yep, Struble's done that too. You've always hand washed mugs by default. That's probably a good practice, Elodin. Also, hello. Hey, Rue. Welcome, welcome. You might be adopting a cat today. Well, if you do, please share pictures. Please share pictures. I would love to see. If anybody wants to see pictures of a possible cat, maybe Rue will bless us with those in our pic share section of the Discord. Struble's fun because they get so... I mean, it's easy to get flustered, Bickman. Like, I feel like that's half of why people hang out with me. It's because they're waiting for me to get flustered, honestly. Please, but I'm gonna have to make that an order. I know. Was I being too insistent, Brightway? It's not an order. I just really want to see the cat. Carnivores are... Yeah, I think mammals in general would meld well because people are mammals. He's a 7-month-old black cat, Overflow, from the local shelter. Aww. I heard this thing about that movie Flow. I don't know if it's true, but somebody was saying that there's been an uptick in black cat adoptions ever since that movie came out, which I think is kind of cool. It's kind of like what happened with Cocker Spaniels after Lady and the Tramp, or Dalmatians after 101 Dalmatians. I don't know, I think that's kind of fun. Especially for black cats, because it's like they have in some cultures or in some circles, they have kind of a superstitious connotation, obviously, but all my friends in high school only wanted black cats, so I guess I never experienced it. They were edgy teens, of course, so you gotta have a black cat if you're an edgy teen. Let's see. Drawing makes you flustered, that's fair. Correlation between the popularity of animal among people with personas and how easy it is to turn the animal. There's definitely a truth there too. Well, they better keep their black cats. Unfortunately, an uptick in adoptions also has that. That's true. That's true. That happened during COVID with chickens a lot. Oh my gosh, there were so many chickens that people were rehoming at the end of 2020 or like at the start of 2021 because so many people during COVID got into backyard farms and like backyard chicken keeping, and then realized that they didn't, like, once their jobs kicked back in and they couldn't be at home all the time, they're like, oh, I don't have time for this. I'm sure a lot of those animals ended up on, like, unfortunately, if you ever see animals listed on eBay, they almost always get bought for consumption. Just FYI, unless you can really vet the thing or the person. It's pretty common that that's what happens, especially if it's a livestock animal. So unfortunately, I'm sure that was the end result for a lot of critters. But yeah, no, that's true too. That's true too. Yeah. You adopted 2 black cats in 2020 or 2012? That's awesome. Let's see. Casey confirmed for not like other girls. Wait, what did I say now? I don't even know what that means, Amaze. What did I do? How long do chickens live? It depends on the breed and it depends on the level of care. I think the average chicken lifespan is about 6 years. So it's not like a long time, but it is a commitment, and they are a little bit more high maintenance because they are a livestock animal. But if you take good care of your chickens, like we had some that lived to be 13, so they can live a good stretch if they don't have high stress. I would say like the average chicken is probably 6 years is their general life expectancy. Yeah. Let's see. Don't get me started on chickens. I could talk about chickens for a whole stream. Should we just do a Casey chicken talk stream one time so I can just talk about chickens? Isol, hey, how's it going? I didn't see you there. You guys, if you're not already following me at Isol, make sure you do. We are going to be doing another co-stream on the 21st, you guys. And not just with Isol, but also with Claire. We're going to do my first ever 3-way co-stream. Ramble alert with a chicken. Thank you, Rue. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I'm really excited about it. It'll be in the afternoon. It'll be in the afternoon, and we'll be doing 3-way oil painting. I'm really, really stoked. Make sure you follow Claire as well. I'm going to be basically farting around with the oil paints while these 2 people who actually know how to oil paint do stuff. So that's pretty much what the stream will be. One of the things I need to get done before the stream is I need to actually check my oil paints. So I may end up needing to stream that, I'm not going to lie, because it's been on my to-do list since the last co-stream with Isol and I still haven't done it. So if you guys want to be super bored, we may do a like Casey checks her art supplies stream. We did that one time with markers. We might do it with oil paints too. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to co-stream with you guys. Isol, I don't know if I told you, but I think not solved, but I think I located the issue that I was having, the tech issue. I think I have some RAM that just can't handle XMP, which is like an overclocking thing you can do to your RAM. And so I turned off XMP and I also swapped the sticks just in case the first stick was the one that was failing. It could be that they're both fine, or that maybe the second one was the one that was failing. But I swapped them, so I opened up my PC yesterday, I swapped the sticks, ran some memory tests, found out the RAM was the issue, and turned off XMP. And so I'm hoping, crossing my fingers, that that's going to be the reason I was blue screening. Because I found some reviews online of people that were having similar problems, even if they weren't streaming. They were just having random blue screens when they had high use going on. So I'm hoping that that's the reason. It should be able to handle way more than what I'm throwing at it, but something about the XMP setting with this particular brand of RAM apparently is not, let's just say they have maybe overestimated their speeds. So anyway, hopefully that was the problem, and hopefully, what all I'm trying to say is hopefully we won't have any crashes during the, why is my, I guess I might need to calibrate my monitor really quick. Why is it so off? It's so off on the bottom part. This has never been an issue before, and I've had to recalibrate my Wacom so many times. Sorry, everybody. I know it's not super interesting, but I've got to do this because it's a huge problem right now. Okay, did not do it for the top one. slightly off in the up corner, but you know what? That'll have to be okay. Sorry about that. I know that was not fascinating. I don't know why that keeps happening. Yeah, so I'm... What? I don't want to calibrate again. What the heck? Okay, that was weird. Let's just try to draw some more. There it goes, okay. The pin is where it belongs. I can actually put my pin where the mark is going. I was trying to draw the top part of this lizard's tail, and it was drawing, like, literally over here, like a millimeter below. I was just like, that's not what I'm trying to do right now. Hello? Hello? Let's see. Left-handed stream? Wait, what? What are you yelling about, Nkoi? We'll be painting fish. Oh yeah, I didn't mention that. We're gonna be hiccuping. No, we're gonna be painting fish. Sorry for my hiccup. I got excited. That was an excited hiccup. Don't mind me. Yeah, we're gonna be doing tropical fish. That was gonna be, so it'll be during the art gym. Did I say the afternoon? It's actually gonna be during the art gym on the 21st. Funnily enough, I'll be doing a second co-stream during the afternoon. So the 21st is gonna be a day full of co-streams. We'll be co-streaming with Nerdowino as well, it's a totally different kind of co-stream for me. I've never done a non-art co-stream before. But Nerdowino convinced me that we would have lots to talk about, even though I'm not a scientist, because Nerdowino is a former NASA scientist. I don't know why he wants to co-stream with me. I'm like, I just like space. I have no idea about space. I will just spend the whole time probably asking him questions about space. But he does want to do my little anybody can draw a 5-minute art lesson with everyone in his community. So if anybody wants to come hang out for that, that'll be happening in the afternoon. So we'll be doing a little bit of art. But yeah, make sure you go check out Nerdowino too. So we finalized both of my co-streams that I have lined up for this month. And depending on how the 3-way co-stream goes with Isel and Claire, maybe I'll do some more. There's like a bunch of streamers I'd really like to hang out with, and I kind of think, depending how it goes, I think it'd be really fun to kind of have a bunch of communities together at once and just everybody hang out and draw something or do something. I don't know. I've never... we'll see if my computer can handle it, first of all. But if it can, we'll see how it goes on the 21st. If it can do it without crashes, I may be setting up some more. Let's see. Hey Dusk, how you doing? It's good to see you. Casey Duino. You guys, Nerdowino is awesome if you're not following Nerdowino. He's so smart and he knows so many things. And I'm honored that he wants to, I have no idea what I'm gonna bring to the table. I don't know anything about science. I mean, I know some stuff, but not like with any depth. We'll have to decide as a group. Oh my gosh, are you guys making fish puns while I was calibrating my monitor? Hurling cheese at you all. I don't know why, but for some reason that reminded me that I'm hungry. So I'm also gonna have breakfast as we draw. Seems fishy, oh my gosh. So cheesy. You guys are so cheesy. I didn't have time to like make breakfast really, so I just grabbed this like oatmeal bar. It's basically an oatmeal cookie. But it is tasty. I could have thought of that. You're guilty as charged. Oh my gosh, you guys. If anybody has cheese emotes that they feel like just hurling at everybody in chat right now, go for it. Keep getting asked if I'm a tattoo artist and people see your studies. Oh, that's cool. That's a big compliment. Sloppy, you are doing great with your studies. It's been really fun watching you get back into drawing and doing studies and stuff. Maybe I'll do a little pixel one. I think I could finish one. Oh my gosh, Pikmin. Pikmin coming back in full force today with the puns. Oh my gosh, did it get off calibration again? I just calibrated it. You guys, do you see this? Do you see how... Well, you can't see it. You don't know where my pin is. What is going on with my Wacom? It's never had this issue. I've had this since 2015. Goodness gracious. Sorry, guys. What is going on? It's still off. Why? I guess I don't want more tech issues right now. I feel like it's always something. It's always something. I wonder if it's Windows Ink causing an issue, but something about you have to have Windows Ink on to even use this stuff now. No, it's still off. What the heck? Urgh. I wonder if it's Krita. Let me close Krita. Oops, sorry, that was my computer, not yours. It's Cintiq, yeah. I've never had to recalibrate this since I bought this Cintiq. So I'm gonna blame like a Windows update or something, because it's never had this problem. It's still off. Ugh. Well, that's gonna make this harder. It's a sign that I should start doing some traditional studies. Hey Kudo, how's it going? Oh, I'm glad you like my lurk. It's a little wordy. I probably need to like chillax on the lurk novel. Waiting for help while adulting things. Oh, nice. Well, thanks for hanging out. I appreciate you. Oh my gosh, Bickman, you are too good at this. Stop. Yeah, make sure you guys are following Kudo too. We got to raid Kudo yesterday. Your dragon was looking awesome. I just won't draw at the bottom of the screen, I guess, because it's only happening at the bottom of the screen. It's like up here, it's fine. Well, it's okay. It's not fine, but it's like this half of the screen. So maybe I'll just draw over here. Okay, it's a little better. That's so frustrating. Why is it doing that? I've literally had this since 2015. I've never had this issue. This is why I don't like updating stuff. It's like if something's not broken, I just want it to stay not broken. I don't feel like that's a huge ask, but apparently it's the hugest ask. The biggest ask ever. Understand where we begin. Oh my gosh, this song is so dated. I think of childhood when I hear this song. Da da dee doo. Sorry for anybody who didn't want to hear nostalgic pop songs right now, but you know, here we are. Here we are with my random playlist. Oh, hey Nerdowino, we were just talking about you. Let's see. Hey Paleo, how's it going? It's good to see you. You're elated. Oh my gosh, you and Bickman Easel are just like, you're like those two kids in the corner of the class who are just like giggling and having their own little like note passing conversation. There's a right-handed bias in Helion tablets where calibrating for a left-hander is just a bit less accurate. Interesting. It was still an issue when I got a pro version. Have to incorrectly calibrate to distribute the inaccuracy across all sides of the screen. I've never had that problem though with Wacom. Like I've been using this tablet for over a decade. Well, just under a decade actually. I've never had this issue. It's so strange. I'm gonna blame a recent update. Not burning, ears may not be functional. No, we were. We shouted you out and everything. I was telling everybody about the co-stream. Your ears might be broken. I hate to tell you. It's the only logical explanation. It is my stream, it's true, but I just worry about, you know, sometimes my music taste isn't for everybody, because my music taste is random. And, you know, I just want to make sure people aren't just, like, super abhorrent when they come in here. had an on-site for work, and another guy and myself kept sending memes and stuff to each other. We were holding back laughs. That big men color me completely unsurprised by this behavior. Yeah, it will be fun. It will be fun. I was telling them I'm a little nervous because I'm not a scientist. So I'm hoping that I don't just make a total dummy of myself. But I'm sure it will be no fault of your own. Nerduino is a pro at co-streams, does tons of co-streams. I've done one, well 2, but with the same person. Twice. And they were both times we were arting. So I'm a little nervous. Many other people are not scientists too. No. Oh shoot, we're in an ad. I'm also not very good at streaming. If you can hear the sound of my voice, we are going to be doing some stretches during the ads. And that person is deranged. No, that person is you. That person is Isol. It's always the eye contact in those situations for sure. If I could feel okay about having music in my streams, there'd be a whole bunch of contemporary. Yeah. I mean, it's totally your call. I just don't have it in the VODs. Mostly because I can't just sit here and draw to lo-fi for 3 hours. I just can't do it. So like I have to listen to music that I know when I'm drawing. It's actually part of what made me stop streaming was when they really cracked down on that and they didn't have the option in OBS to make 2 separate tracks, one for the VOD and one for the stream. So yeah, but no, let's do a stretch. So everybody, if you can hear the sound of my voice, feel free to stretch with me and unshrimp. Rue is off to go get a cat, you guys. Yangula Rue is gonna go get a cat. maybe go get a cat. She said in the Discord is where you can find out. So if you want to go see the cat that potentially is going to be adopted by Yangula and company, it might be showing up in the pic share section of the Discord later, so we'll know. Yeah, it's on the 21st, Paleontologist VA, yeah. 8 p.m. Yeah, so it'll be at the end of my afternoon stream. So I have to let my mods know still because we just started this. So it'll be like it'll be like at the end of my afternoon stream, we'll kind of pop over to Nerduino's channel. But anyway, if you can hear the sound of my voice, go ahead and arch your back, push your shoulder blades together, and hold. This is a good posture stretch. You can also push your neck back. It looks real cool when you do it on cam too, especially the push neck back part. But you just push your shoulder blades together and hold for about 20 seconds. And then this is going to kind of strengthen those shoulder and back and neck muscles a bit. And then you just relax after that 20 seconds, and it's going to straighten you up. And because I started my stretches so late, that's the only stretch I have time for. But I am going to do some wrist rotations and some finger flexes too. I've been having some like weird joint pain. Not pain, but like stiffness in my left hand of all hands, which is very funny because I'm not left-handed, so I don't know why my left hand is having joint issues. They're very slight, but it's just weird, so I probably need to like look into that. I know, right, Isol? It's very exciting. And thank you to anybody who sat through the ads. All we did was some stretches. You didn't miss anything. Hey, Miss Art Rules, good to see you. How you doing? All right, I'm gonna do a quick color swatch on this, and then we'll move on to the next one. You just had Texas Roadhouse convo with your office guy. Yeah, nice. Yeah, it's Texas Roadhouse is not a good example of Texas like cuisine. Just FYI. As a former Texan who has had many a barbecue and many a cookout experience. Although honestly, I'm curious how you guys feel about this. Like, especially if you live in the US, but really anywhere. With how often and how much people are moving around these days, I kind of feel like regional cuisine is becoming less of a thing. Unless you're talking about like totally different countries. But like, I feel like I see a ton of like people moving from like the South, for example, up to Colorado, and then they bring that cuisine with them. Like I've found people making stuff and even restaurants opening specifically to bring those cuisine styles to other places, and it seems like it's more and more common. And I grew up in DFW, which is like, if you haven't been there, there's 9 million people and growing in that whole metropolitan area, so it's massive, and there's people from literally all over and so many different food types. And so it's like, I don't know. I kind of feel like regional food is becoming like less regional in a way. Do you like KC barbecue? Like Kansas City barbecue? No. Yeah, nobody can define Tex-Mex for me, Miss Art Rules. Every time somebody says Tex-Mex, I'm like, what does that mean? And nobody's ever able to give me the same answer. I don't really know what that means, and I'm from Texas. All I know is there's a ton of really good Mexican food in Texas from people who are from Mexico. And that's what I miss. So, I don't know what Tex-Mex is. Somebody told me nachos are Tex-Mex, and I was like, oh, well, I mean, everybody likes nachos, right? But I don't know how true that is. Somebody tried to tell me that green chili was Tex-Mex one time, and I was like, no, ma'am. That is a straight-up Southwest American dish. That is not a Texas or Mexico thing. But, like, I don't know what Tex-Mex is. Mexican food less spicy. See, your definition is different than some people's definitions. Somebody once told me Tex-Mex means it has more beans in it than meat. And I'm like, okay. So does that mean refried beans are not a thing for Mexican food? Because I'm pretty sure that's not true. So I don't really know what it is. Because here's the problem. So, like, I think Tex-Mex is hard to define because Texas was part of Mexico for so long. And even though Texas became part of the US, there were tons of Mexicans in Texas still making their food. So it's like, what is Tex-Mex? Is it not just extra Mexican? Like, I don't understand. I don't know. I've never found anybody who can point at a dish and be like, that is Tex-Mex. So I'm like, okay, well, I don't know what that means. Chile Verde. Yeah, but that's Southwest American. That's New Mexico. That's Arizona. I think it's just fun to say. I kind of think that's true. And I do think people like to poo-poo it because it has Texas in it. And I'm like, okay, but what is it though? Because then when you ask people, they're like, well, it's, and then you just don't get an answer. I don't know. I just don't understand. I've heard the term Tex-Mex more often in Colorado than I ever heard in Texas. All I know is I know some really great hole-in-the-wall places that were Mexican food, and nobody spoke English, and it was amazing. And they were all in Texas, and I missed them. So whatever that is, I miss that. I don't think it's Tex-Mex, but I don't know what Tex-Mex is. If there's Pisces in the back, what does that mean? Brought outside the U.S. for Mexican immigrants and adjusted for the availability and affordability of different ingredients. Yeah, so somebody once told me it was Mexican food with more beans in it is Tex-Mex because the Mexican immigrants that couldn't find what they needed would buy canned stuff to like fill in the difference. And it was usually canned beans that were the filler. So like maybe that's true. I don't know. I just know that nobody can tell me like a dish that's Tex-Mex. Somebody tried to tell me fajitas were Tex-Mex and I was like, well, that's just like stir-fried veggies and meat that's browned. Like, I don't know if that's Tex-Mex or not. What is a Pisces? I don't know what that is. Down all the wrong roads. Someone from... Oh, you mean somebody in the kitchen. What does that mean? Yeah, but what does that mean though? So if there's a Colombian in the back, it's Tex-Mex? What, is this just some regional discrimination that you're throwing into my chat right now, Uncle? I don't even know what that is. Chili with more beans would be Tex-Mex. Maybe. All I know... Oh my gosh, hold on. What is going on outside? Oh, there's a horse going by. The dogs are freaking out. It's defined, hey Yak, as having a blend of Mexican and Southern American features, originally characteristic of the border regions of Texas and Mexico. But what are the Southern American features? That's the question, Frozen Yak. I forgot my Spanish lessons. Did I? I don't know if I ever learned that word. Hey Cold Case, how are you? We're having a discussion about food that's making me hungry. USified Mexican. Yeah, everyone. Yeah, I know that that's what people mean, but what does that actually look like? Is my question. I know people know. I know it means Americanized Mexican food, but like, what does that mean? Like, that's the question I have. No, it's the question I've been having. It's my question hasn't changed. My confusion is that I'm from Texas and I don't know what Tex-Mex is because no one can actually define what it is, and everyone who tries to define it has a different definition. If someone in the back refers to a tortilla as a tortilla, it's Tex-Mex. I don't know anybody in Texas who says tortilla. That sounds like a Midwestern thing. See? This is what I'm saying. Let's just go get some nachos and find out. Yeah, okay. I don't know. I just don't understand. I don't know. All I know is I miss good. Everyone always, when I say I miss Mexican food and people find out I'm from Texas, like, oh, you miss Tex-Mex. I'm like, no, I don't. What is that? Like, I don't know what that is, and neither do you. More cheese and beef would be my guess. See, that's the thing. More cheese and beef is the thing people say means it is Mexican and not Tex-Mex. This is what I'm saying, you guys. This has been a question I've had for years because it's like I don't understand. It's true. People say that here. Yeah. Listen. My mom's from the Midwest. I understand. I've been around Midwesterners. I don't know. I just don't know anyone in Texas who would ever say tortilla. I've never heard that except in like things on SNL or something, you know, like memes. You know, you always hear tortilla. Tamales. Love it. Oh, I miss tamales. I miss really good tamales. They put green chili on everything here in Colorado and it drives me bananas. I'm sorry if anybody likes green chili. I just want regular Mexican food, please. Tortillas are for chinchillas. I think it's less spicy. I don't know. I don't know if that's true, Miss Art Rules. See, that's what I mean, though. Everybody has a different definition. That's why I don't know if it's a real thing or not. I mean, people say it's a real thing, but it's like point to a dish that is Tex-Mex. Point to a style that is Tex-Mex. The most I've been able to find is there's like this article online that claims that anything with a hard shell is Tex-Mex. So like hard shelled tacos. Or like nachos. That's like the closest I've gotten to finding an answer. So if anybody happens to know. But I feel like it's something that people are really divided on too. Like it seems like there's a lot of opinions and I don't know if there's I don't know where the Mexican food aficionado lives where he can just like ordain something being Mexican food or not. I don't know. It's a very funny, like weird topic. I don't know how we got on this topic, but I'm so hungry now. Bananas are fine. Filipinos pronounce it tortilla. Oh, really? A new paper on Troodontid. Nice. That's awesome. Very cool, Paleo. Sometimes I like green chili, but yeah, they put it on everything here and they call it Mexican food and I get really upset. I didn't realize I was going to get upset, but I literally never encountered that growing up in Texas, ever. My roommate's mom was from Mexico. And I feel like if I had asked her for green chili, she would have just given me jalapenos. I'm just saying. I don't know. Drives me a little bonkers. I'm like, can you please just put it on the side? Do you have to put literally everything in Colorado comes with green chili? And they're very proud of it. And it's fine if you like that. Like, I'm not saying it's wrong to like green chili. It's just stop calling it Mexican food. I don't know. Oh, Bill Nash, how's it going? You heard Mexican food? Yeah, I have strong opinions on Mexican food that I found out about once I moved from Texas. And I didn't know I had these feelings. But apparently I just miss things that are... Oh, by the way, Bill Nash. Oh my gosh, we're doing a thing now. Just for the month of May, I'm trying out this thing called the Sub Zoo. So if you'd like to pick an animal, I can draw you and add you to the Sub Zoo and put your name under it. Or if you don't want a drawing, you can also gift it. Wait, not this. Sorry, that was from yesterday. Don't look at that. That's not right. This one. If you don't want to be doodled, you can also gift your doodle to someone else in chat. Or if anybody is already in the sub zoo, if you want me to add, if you gift a sub or something and you want me to add to your drawing, I can do that too. Is there an animal that you would like to be? Oh, so you're a fan of green chili then, Bill Nash. If you want to be in the sub zoo, let me know. I'm happy to add you to the zoo. Here's, for anyone who hasn't seen this, this is me. I'm the zookeeper. This is me living out my zookeeper dreams here on Twitch. Got any badgers? Ooh, we can make you a badger. We do have a honey badger, but we don't have a regular badger. What kind of badger do you want to be? Do you want to be a European badger, an American badger? We could do another honey badger. Honey badger is just fine? Okay, let's do a honey badger. Let's put you here. Well, thank you so much for the sub. I really appreciate it. And thanks for popping in. Hope you're doing well. Bill, do you still stream photography stuff on Twitch? I still think about that photography class you did for Camp Chaos last year. It was so good. I don't know if you ever saved that VOD as a highlight, but I missed the first half of it because I was at work. You signed up for another one? Nice! That's exciting. You guys should go make sure you follow Bill Nash. Has like so much knowledge about photography if you want to learn. I am looking forward to it. I hope you do another overview. I'm gonna make sure I bring my camera with me this time so that I can like practice some of the stuff and then ask direct questions. Very, very cool. Been trying to stream but doesn't always work out. That's fair. That's fair. Well, you guys should still go check out Bill Nash. Very nice guy. Very knowledgeable guy. Very good photographer. Okay, let's put you over here, actually. Let's do a badger. I may have to expand the zoo here. We might have to expand the borders of the zoo. We'll put you with Cup of Joe over here. Sorry, a little hiccup there. Little cute badger over here with your cute badger emote. You started shooting a lot more, so you have stuff to edit. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm sure that like going through and editing takes a very long time. Okay, I don't know why this song is on here. This is like the goofiest version of this song. I probably thought it was the original. Let's see, honey badger. I'm trying to remember what these guys look like. It's gonna be a very simplified, cutesy version. Maybe I want to make you mine. There we go. Those big old badger paws. Most of your streams are editing sessions, so I'm not shooting. I don't have anything to stream about. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, totally. Miss Art Rules. Follow Bill Nash. He was very good at tolerating my random questions. So I presume he'd be good at tolerating anyone else's. Okay, there's the honey badger. For Bill Nash. Thank you again, Bill Nash, for the sub. Thank you for joining the sub zoo. Enjoy your spot. And somebody asked me to post this image at the end of the month on Discord. I could post a coloring version too. Somebody said they wanted to color it. All the little animals. There we go. Bill Nash, you are officially part of the sub zoo. Congrats. And thanks again. All right. There we are. Sub zoo. 4, 5. Oops. Oh no. I hit the pause button. Every time something stops suddenly now, I'm afraid that my stream is crashing. Literally every time. Big black boots. Soft light from the sides to reduce hotspots. Oh, that's a good tip. Yeah, definitely. I do struggle with hotspots and glare when I photograph art. I don't do enough traditional art to have to worry about it that much, but I need to figure out what to do with all my old traditional pieces. Would you guys be interested in sometime me going through all of my traditional art and just showing you on stream? And you guys could help me vote for like what stuff to sell and what stuff to trash because I have so much. Like, so many studies from college and, like, paintings that I started but never finished. I kind of want to paint over some of them. But, like, if somebody would be interested in, like, owning one, then I would keep it. Trashing nothing? Well, kudo, I don't have room to store all of the stuff that I've got. Like, my entire back corner. I don't know if I can show you guys this. Here. My entire back corner of my studio. And I don't even do that much traditional art, but look at all that. That whole back corner. And it doesn't look that deep from here. But that's at least 4 feet from that edge of that shelf to that back wall. And it's full. It's full of stuff. Except for you'd also vote for trashing it. Oh my gosh, you guys. But I listen, I can't. Eventually I'm going to have to move. And that stuff is a huge pain to move. And it takes up a ton of space. So, like, it's not doing me or anyone else any good just sitting back there, you know? It's a little corner worm, yeah. It's a lot. It's a lot. You just did a big photo shoot for all your paintings, and it was a lot of futzing to get right. Yeah, go hang out with Bill Nash. I'm sure he'd have a ton of great advice. Soft light sources are always big. Literally bounce a bright light off a wall or a ceiling. Oh, that's a good tip. I actually do have, like, a light that faces the ceiling. It is the one I turn on, so I'm glad that my intuition was right. But yeah, turning off the overhead is what I always have to do. That would be cool, except you vote for triathlete. I feel like it'd be boring also, though, because there's a ton of stuff back there that's just not that interesting to look at. So I'd be worried that a stream where we looked at all of it would be kind of boring. But if you guys are really that interested, maybe we could do it. I would love some help, honestly, at least. Okay, maybe not trashing, but, like, maybe we could, like, level, like, would you put this in your home? Like, that would be the ranking system. Would be like, is this something you would want to put in your house? Like, do you guys want to see the giant toilet paper roll? Like, you're not, like, nobody's gonna want this. Let me know if you want to see the one that's a painting of a giant toilet paper roll. It was an exercise we had to do for a painting class I took. It's like, come on, what am I gonna do with this? It's not like it's interesting to look at. It's just, it was a value study. So it's a lot of that kind of stuff. And so part of me is like, well, maybe I should just paint over it and do something else with this canvas. But, like, but then one time my mom looked at that one. She's like, it's really well done, though. Maybe somebody wants to put it in their bathroom. It's like, well, maybe, but how do I find that person who's willing to spend money on a giant canvas of a toilet paper? You know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't, I don't know. Yeah, but why? But, like, donate my toilet paper roll painting to a charity? No, that's almost like I don't know. Take a picture before chucking. Yeah, I think that's what I'm ended up doing for some of them. Nothing can convince you about throwing art away. Kudo, don't make me pull out the toilet paper roll painting. It's not worth putting up on a wall. My first studio lights when I was learning were cheap construction lights from Home Depot. Nice. Using white cotton sheets for diffusers, bouncers. Oh, that's smart. You can tack them to the wall and ceiling to make inexpensive soft light. Nice. Not the charity directly, like the auction after the gold tournament or whatever. And if they don't want it, they can trash it. So just pass the buck. Post it, make it too expensive, and see what happens. Okay, you guys are making me want to pull out this toilet paper roll painting. I'm priced it for $1,000. But, like, the shipping alone on that would be so much. Because it's massive. I actually built the canvas. Alright, fine, I will show you my toilet paper roll painting. Look at this. Do you see this? I don't even know if you guys can see this. Hold on. Let me get the mic out of the way. Do you see how big this is? Look. It's like... It's massive. It's just a... It's so big. And I had to build the canvas because that was part of the assignment. So I actually built this canvas. I went out and bought the wood, bought everything, like, made it, stretched it. I don't know. It's just a massive painting. Thought you meant you painted an empty toilet paper roll. Yeah. See? No, it's a giant toilet paper. It's so big. It's so big. I just don't... I can't imagine anybody actually wanting this. I'll post a picture in Discord because the lighting on the camera is not really picking up all of the details and stuff. But anyway, it's just massive and I don't know what to do with it. You need that for your bathroom to remind the other 2 inhabitants to replace the toilet. Well, there you go, Nerduino. Hey, I'll tell you what, Nerduino. If I make it into TwitchCon and you really want this, let me know and I will drive it across the country and give it to you. Because I don't know what else to do with this thing. That's a huge paint. Yes, thank you. And that's the problem, is it's so big. Like, even if I did paint something really cool on it, like a giant dragon or something, the shipping alone on something that large would be like $100. Like, it'd be so much money. So, at least $100, probably more. And I just don't know who's going to want to spend that kind of money. I can see why your mom said if she wants to. Yeah, exactly. A kissy size painting is still... I'm not that small, Reiko. I'm not that small. I am an above average height woman. Dang it. My whole family makes fun of me for being the shortest in the family. Guess how tall you think I am, chat. Just guess. Reiko already knows. Reiko and Sloppy can't guess. They already know. Yeah, you shipped a drawing to New York. And it cost over $200. Yeah. 3 meters tall. I have that 5'6" energy? What does that mean? Yeah, that would be something I have to bring to a con. Some people got it. I guess I kind of gave you a hint by saying I'm above average height. Yeah. Yeah, I cheated a little. I'm just under 5'6". I'm just under 5'6". Yeah. So I'm 5'5" and 3/4 inches tall. But I always say 5'6" because I always wanted to be 5'7". We round up, yeah. I always wanted to be. I wanted to be just like 1.5 inches taller, mostly because that's how tall my mom is, and my brothers and my dad are all like 6 foot. I'm just short for the family. So round up to 6 feet. Oh, you think you remember me saying I was 5'5"? I probably have, yeah. Hey, Kev, how's it going? Fun facts about lizards. Lizards have been... These are some scientific fun facts, guys. Get ready. Lizards have been around on Earth for a long time. At least 20 minutes, if not more. True. Fun fact number 2. Some lizards like to eat bugs, which is like super gross. Why would you willingly eat that? I mean, technically this is also a true fact filled with opinion. 3. Lizards are cold-blooded, like my mom. Oh, jeez. Well, this has been another episode of Fun Facts with Kev. Those of you who only hang out for the fun facts, you're free to go. I know that's what you were waiting on. I know that's why half of you are here. So thank you, Kev. Appreciate you. How are you doing today? I hope you're doing well. When people ask how old you are, do you give the year in fractions of a year? No. I just don't tell them. Let's see. How tall are you, Nerduino? You seem very tall. If you're comfortable sharing. If not, that's okay. You don't have to. You are 5'3", Isel. Really, Isel? For some reason, I thought you were a lot taller. You give tall people energy, Isel. It's just your personality, I guess. Pyro's 5'3". Nerduino's 6'2". Yeah, I'm not surprised. Oh gosh, too funny. Well, now we all know how tall we all are. Congratulations, chat. Bigger than fun size? Yes. Let's see. And shrinking, I suspect, only if you don't measure yourself in the morning. Did you know you're tallest right out of bed in the morning? As I like to say, it's because you have not yet struggled under the weight of the world. But as the day goes on, you tend to get shorter. Of course, it's because of gravity, but that's my own little dumb joke that makes me laugh. Okay, I need to finish the colors on this. I'm behind. I've gotten very distracted today. Twitch chat, you're so distracting. Cannot print it. No, you cannot print a Arduino in your pocket, no. Unless you have a very large pocket, I guess. You're 4'8", but also 5'7" and 6 foot. Wait, what? What? Yeah, Easel gives off very... I've seen those cartwheels. Easel does amazing, amazing things. You need like Jinko jeans to have a pocket big enough for Arduino. How tall are you? At least 4'8". Oh wait, I see what you're saying, Suntra. You're taller than all. Okay, listen, I'm tracking. It took me a second. It took me reading Bill Nash's comment to understand what you were saying. I'm kind of slow. What I lack in height, I make up for in slowness, okay? Casey, do we know his pocket size? Yeah, sure. Oh my gosh! Dally, thank you so much. Well, enjoy your alien baby, first of all. Thank you so much, Dally. Dally, do you want to be in the sub-zoo? Are you already in the sub-zoo? Would you like to be in the sub-zoo, Dally? Let me know. Pick an animal. It's a new thing we're doing. Where if you sub, you get to be in the sub-zoo. I thought you were already in here. Which one are you? There's a lot of them. Well, thank you for resubbing. Oh my gosh, I can't find you. You're the cheetah. You're at the top. Would you like me to add something to your cheetah? Like a top hat, for example? Or a bow tie? Or fire? Or you can gift your doodle to someone else if you don't want me to add to your cheetah. What would you prefer? I'm glad you like your cheetah. Let's see. If I'm 6, yeah, no, I figured it out, Central. I'm just very slow. You would like a bow. Okay. Do you want a bow? Do you want a bow like a bow tie or a bow on the head? What would you like? Do you have a preference? Paint flames on the side of the cheetah so it goes faster. Dealer's choice. I like the idea of a dapper cheetah with a bow tie. I think that's funny. Look at this dapper gentleman here. Aw. Let's get a little... There we go. No, hopefully it looks kind of like a bow tie. We'll put a little strap too, because you don't pin a pin-on bow tie would be very uncomfortable as a cheetah. There we go. Little bow tie. There we are. Well, thank you so much for resubbing. I appreciate you, and welcome your dapper cheetah now to the sub-zoo. Ta-da! There's the sub-zoo. Look. There's so many animals. We have a griffin, a cheetah, a wolf, a bear, a Kirin, a shrimp, a T-Rex, a couple of honey badgers. It's great. There's even a whale. I don't know if we do this again next month. I wonder, should I do the same theme or should I do a different theme? Well, thank you for joining the sub-zoo. I'm going to color this skink. That's what I'm gonna do. But I hope you're having a good one, Dally. We're doing lizards and skinks today, and I've done exactly one study. So we've gotten a little off track today. It's okay. We talked about toilet paper paintings and Mexican food and various ways you can tell people how tall you are. For example, I'm at least 5 feet. No plant survives first contact, which yeah, it's true. It's true. So true, Bill Nash. Yeah. Well, for those who predicted I'd only make one study today, so far it's looking good for you. I mean, I am going to try to do one more. I try to do at least 2, but we'll see. We tend to wrap up around 11, so I do have about half an hour, but that does remind me, if anybody is wanting to do a study today, you still have some time to get in on the draw along portion of this, and we're going to be looking at your artwork here in about 20 minutes, I would think. Listen, this is how Twitch works, Amaze. You say so yourself. It's the mod's job to slightly derail the stream, and also chat's job. I feel like that is what Twitch is at the end of the day, right? It's like this strange balance of like the streamer attempting to do a thing, and chat's whole job is to help the streamer not do the thing. It's pretty much how it goes. And it's like finding that balance of like somehow managing both, I think, that makes fun Twitch streams. At least in my experience. Oh, I shall. Thank you. See, just like this. Kudo. Yeah. I mean, think about your favorite Twitch streams, guys. It's the ones where the streamer gets distracted by chat. I really do think that's kind of the dynamic, though, honestly. I guess that's not entirely true, though. Like, I do feel like art streams kind of skirt these rules a little bit. Because, like, I do really enjoy some art streams where I'm literally just learning from the streamer. And they're really, like, focused and stuff. And I do try to be that way, but... Listen, I've always been a little bit easily distracted. Chat is actively trying to get the streamer to do something else entirely. Yeah. That's true. Well, it's because, like, here... So, like, Twitch... Another way to think of it, on Twitch, streamers are playing games. But the chat is playing the streamer. It's kind of what it is, right? It's like everyone's playing a game of some kind. Troubles Carrot, thank you so much for that follow. Sorry that my alerts are so loud, I just realized. I'll try to adjust that after stream. But, like, yeah, that's why things like interactive commands and, like, having, like, things where, like, you press a button and something happens. Like, that's kind of... Am I wrong? Am I totally off base here? This is just my observation, but I feel like that is basically what Twitch is, right? It's like the streamer's trying to do something and Twitch is like, dance, monkey, and, like, clicks a button. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. You've never been in a stream like that. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, Bill Nash only goes to the most organized of streams. I've never seen Bill Nash in the middle of chaos, ever. On a Twitch stream. Certainly never causing the chaos. No shenanigantery happening. Final boss, Casey. I'm the easiest final boss. I'm so easily distracted. I've done one drawing and we've been streaming for an hour and 40 minutes. Yeah. No, I'm not the final boss. There's definitely a more organized streamer out there who's the final boss. Who's the final boss? I'm the tutorial boss, yeah. I'm the very easy win that gives you your confidence as an early stage adventurer. And then you go to the real bosses, which are just, like, I guess the streams with, like, thousands of chatters, and, like, the streamer just ignores chat. I guess that's the final boss, right? It's like, if you can get a response from that streamer, you win. You win Twitch. The final boss is Jeff Bezos. We're taking it to the top. Reminds me of your milk bags. Oh, wait, what is that? You have to tell us. Like a minute out. Yep, exactly, Kudo. Yep. Did donos help you more than subs? So everything is helpful. But I always tell people, if your main goal is to just support, not just me, but any streamer, like, bits are direct money. So, like, bits, Twitch doesn't take anything out of bits. But if you'd prefer to go outside, but it does take it when you buy the bits. So if you'd rather not support Twitch and you want to just directly support me or whatever streamer, for most of us, like, Ko-fi or Patreon are going to be the better ways to do it. Or bits, I would say, if you're willing to pay Twitch for the bits. But yeah, if you're just worried about support, keeping the lights on, thank you for asking, Cold Case. All of them are appreciated. Like, subs are appreciated. I appreciate subs for different reasons. I think it's the money for sure, but it's also, like, you get access to my emotes, and then you can, like, use my emotes somewhere, and then maybe somebody sees an emote for like an art streamer. I feel like that's the main way people find new art streamers, because nobody's really looking on Twitch for art streamers typically, unless you're already in the art community. And so typically it's like, oh, I like this art style. It's like a way for me to get my art out there, like, really subtly. So, like, they're all appreciated for different reasons. So I'm not doing commissions right now, Cold Case, unfortunately, but I'll let you know when I am. I might be opening them up next month. Right now I don't have, I don't do, like, the only drawing I'm doing right now for any kind of dono is, like, a Patreon or a sub to get added to the sub zoo. But I have thought about it, so it's good to know, like, what people would be willing to pay for a drawing. I might be doing another subathon, or I mean a sketchathon, which would be exactly that, Cold Case. That's what we did to get the printer. I was doing drawings for donations, and I really want to get I really want to get a die cut machine. So I might be doing a fundraiser for that. That would involve sketch doodles. So yeah, just like stay tuned if that's what you're interested in. And thanks for the interest. I appreciate that. One stream I discovered that milk could be purchased in bags. Oh my gosh. Milk can be purchased in bags? Why? That seems like a terrible idea. I'm an easy win. Oh gosh, you don't have to add that as a quote. That's okay. Oh my gosh. You see, and here we go. Yeah, I'm also having a hard time coming to terms with this idea. Why? Are they like super... maybe it's for industry. Like maybe they're only ever delivered in like crates or something, or boxes, and so they're like cushioned. But you can buy it like as a consumer? I don't know if I'd want to buy a bag of milk. That seems like you're just courting disaster. It's like, oh, I really feel like being risky today. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna try and order some milk that comes in a bag. That's Yeah, I can see why you had trouble with this one. Hey Blank, how's it going? Thanks for the lurk. Another awesome artist you guys should be checking out. But it's so cool to see so many awesome folks in chat today. I've seen milk in applesauce bags. Yeah, you can buy a device to reclose the bag. What? You're supposed to put it in your own holder or container at home. So yeah, I can see it as like for a certain appliance maybe that takes that or something. That does seem like risky to ship a bag of milk. Like, I'm not sure how you accomplish that. I don't really care for what I get out of it. I would just like to maximize the support and make my money worth something. Yeah, no, and that's the idea behind the sketchathon. So I just don't have time to do that right now. That's why I'm not offering like commissions like that. But I'm thinking about doing it soon. So stay tuned. I mean, I guess depending on what you were wanting, I could do like a quick doodle. But yeah, that's also, and see what you said right there is also why I don't really advertise that I do, like I have like a Ko-fi or a Patreon. Like I feel weird about it because it is just a tip. And I feel like I want to be able to give something back for what people have generously donated. That's part of why I'm trying out this Subzoo thing. It's like my first time actually doing something like that. And it feels a little bit better for me for exactly what you said. Like I want to be able to give people something, even if it's not a huge something. I need to figure out like a more standardized way to do it because what I don't want to happen is if I say yes to you and then somebody later is like, well, you did this for cold case and I've changed my way I do it or my price or something. And so that's why I'm just not ready to do it like right this second. But I really appreciate the interest. I hope that makes sense. No, Amaze! You don't need to add this. Oh my gosh, that sounds so bad. That sounds so bad. That sounds so bad, Amaze. I don't like that quote. Oh my gosh. Well, hopefully nobody will ever find it. And does anyone have any tips on how to keep sharp corners or edges on your eraser? I sometimes would keep a paper to just like to rub the eraser on to kind of sharpen it a little bit, if that makes sense. That's how to add a quote. You know, don't teach Pyro how to add quotes. Oh my goodness. Then there's the milk jug. Milk jug makes more sense. Dang it! No! Oh my gosh. The breakfast shakes that are not in the fridge. I think it has to do with the packaging. So like shelf-stable milk is a whole thing. But the jug is to hold the bag. Wait, what? So... No, wait, no. I totally see where you're going. So why not just put the milk in the jug is where the obvious next question is. I'm gonna look this up later. Oh my gosh, Cold Case, thank you for that sub. Enjoy your alien baby, your screaming UFO baby right here. I appreciate that sub. Would you like to be in the Subzoo? I really appreciate that you want to support. I'm sorry that I'm not ready to support in the other way, but hopefully soon. Yeah, let me know what animal you'd like to be. And we'll add you to the Subzoo here. I don't know why my alerts are so loud today. Do they seem unusually loud to you guys too? I didn't adjust anything. I do have a red bubble, but Ricky, last time I posted about that, you were very pressured and I didn't mean for you to be. So I don't want to ever see, like, self-promotion is hard. Self-promotion is tough. Probably some sort of dog. Okay, well, let me know when you're ready, and I will add your doggo. Well, it was all the it was all the yelling. I am pretty notorious for just screaming at people. That is pretty much what I'm known for. Definitely. I'm so sorry again. Once again. Volume alert seems good. Okay, it must just be me. Maybe my volume is just really loud on my end. That's good, though. I'm glad it's not, like, totally blasting you guys out of, I don't know, something. They're very loud over here. I'm gonna turn my volume down slightly. Oh, a bush dog is good. Those are fun dogs. Well, whenever you're ready, let me know, and I'll happily add you to the sub-zoo. And thank you once again. I really appreciate your generosity. Okay, I'm gonna do this dancing lizard because I really like the skin wrinkles. They are super fun. And then we're probably gonna get into looking at what you guys did today. I like that belly. Look at his big old belly. Also, does anyone just really like saying the word belly, or is that just me? One time I named a horse Belly because it made me laugh. It wasn't my horse. It was just a horse I saw in the field, and it had a big belly spot, so I called it Belly. You saw a warbler. Wait, a Blackburnian warbler out your bathroom window. I don't know what that is. Some kind of warbler is my guess. Wait, did I miss a draw me an animal today? Why do I suddenly feel like I've missed a draw me? I did not. Okay. Yeah, kneaded erasers are a good option too, Sloppy, if you don't have a kneaded eraser. Because then you can roll them into the exact size that you want. Yeah. They're incredibly cool and colorful, and I love them. That's awesome. You should come birding in Colorado. I'll show you all the cool birds. Hey, Slaz again, how are you? Welcome in. Sorry for the hiccup. Yeah, if you ever make it out here, let me know. It's like a clay with an eraser. Yeah, I sculpted some kneaded erasers one time. You're coming to Colorado in June. Oh, nice. Where are you going? Are you going to take some cool photos? You should go to Red Rocks. It's got great photo ops. Finally relaxing after finishing an art piece. Nice. Well, good. I hope you feel accomplished. What kind of art piece did you finish? You're going to Denver for Sashi's music event. Cool. I don't know what that is, but there's tons of music in Denver, so I want to get down to Divide to photograph. Yeah, oh my gosh, I've been to the Divide Wolf Center, whatever it's called. I've been there. There's some really cool wolves. It was Jinx Marcane. Very cool. Very cool. Well, if you feel like sharing, we do have a Discord with an art share. That's true. It is impossible not to take cool photos in Colorado. There's so much to see. That's awesome, Bill Nash. I am looking forward to your wolf photos. Maybe we'll get to watch you edit them on Twitch. That'd be cool too. Okay. And then we can ask questions about the doggos. And you'll be like, I don't know, I just took pictures. And I'll be like, oh, what about this? And that's how it will go. Yes, indeed. I hope your travels are safe and full of adventure. I'm trying to think if there's anything between Denver and Divide that you should check out. Oh, if you have time, Bill Nash, you should actually go to Waterton Canyon. It's south of Denver. It's by Chatfield, which is like a reserve area. There's also a botanic garden there, but there's the Waterton Canyon specifically is like a 6-mile flat hike along a creek with like a dam at the very end. But the cool thing about Waterton Canyon is, one, it's free, it's easy access, but usually you almost always see bighorn sheep there. There's like this little herd that lives just in this canyon, and this time of year they'll have babies. And I've never been to Waterton Canyon and not seen a bighorn sheep within a half-mile of hiking or walking. It's really more of a walk because it's just like a gravel road with a bunch of nature around. So if you have time, and if you're going to be heading south anyway, toward Divide, you should definitely check out Waterton Canyon. And bring like a distance lens, obviously, so you can get some cool shots of some bighorn sheep. One time I went out there with my little camera, which is just like an advanced point and shoot, basically, but I got some cool photos of like a little group of them kind of like on a little ice floe in the middle of the canyon, which was pretty cool. Yeah, it's worth a stop if you have time for like a mile hike or so, or a walk. I keep saying hike, but it's, like I said, it's basically a gravel road next to a creek in a canyon, like a small canyon. It's really cool. I think you'd really like it. And plus this time of year, it actually will be green. And so there'll be like other things to probably see too. Yeah. Yeah, if you ever come back to Colorado, Pyro, check out Waterton. It's like, I've never not seen a bighorn sheep when I've gone, and I've gone all different times of year. Like they're always just kind of around. They're very used to people. They don't really bother you. They don't run away when they see you. They're just like, oh, the people are here again. That's fine. This is normal. Write that down, meme. Yeah, I can type it in chat too, if you can. If anyone, I know sometimes I mumble. It's Waterton Canyon. Yeah, definitely check it out. You sent it to the Discord. Nice, Slaz. I'll check it out after stream. Very cool. These markings on this critter are really cool. Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't know where that goes to, so be careful clicking that link. I don't know if I would click that. You know what? This song I used to like a lot more, but I think it's kind of lost its shine for me. Let's do a different one. Yeah, Sonata Arctica. Totally different vibe. That's what this lizard is dancing to, is Sonata Arctica, for sure. Once again, hope I died. So we get about 5 minutes until we're going to look at the stuff in the Discord. So if anybody is trying to finish up a study, go ahead and get that in as soon as you can. If you want it to be shown today, we're also going to do more studies tomorrow. So please don't rush. Like, get what you need to, of course, out of your study. But if you have something that you're kind of toward the end on, if you finished it but you forgot to post it, this is your chance. So a little 5-minute warning. We're going to get in there in just a second. I know, it's a cool looking lizard, right? I don't know what kind it is, but it's cool. I actually meant to look up the difference between skinks and lizards on stream, and we got distracted talking about like boxed milk and Mexican foods and toilet paper paintings. But that's okay. Oh, Santroa, was it your birthday? Happy birthday! Happy birthday, Santroa! Wait, did I already wish you happy birthday? I've slept since then. Maybe I did. Oh, I did! Well, happy birthday again. We have a birthday bot in the Discord, too. If anybody wants to add their birthday to the birthday bot, just go to the birthday party channel. And that way everybody can be reminded if anyone wants their birthday out there. Or you can be like me and be really cagey about your birthday because you don't really celebrate it and you feel weird about drawing attention to yourself. You could also do that. That is also an option. Oh yeah, thanks for that shout out to Santroa. Santroa also streams here on Twitch. I think, yeah, we shouted you out last night too when you did the awesome character drawing. I saw that on Blue Sky. Looks really cool. Only if the bot hands out cake for a birthday. Does it do cake? I think it does a little emote or something on your birthday when it tells everybody. But then we can throw cake at you, Germs. So there's that. Yeah, I think there's only like 1 or 2 people. Maybe one of my mods knows my birthday. I don't think I've really told that many. Maybe 2 of my mods know my birthday. It was good. You had steak dinner and binge Star Wars. That's awesome. Sounds like a good day. I feel like the older you get, the more birthdays are just about like just doing what you want on that day, as opposed to like other things. I don't know. I guess I still know some people that kind of celebrate their birthday and like do things, but I've never been a big, other than like close friends. Maybe I think I had like some slumber parties or something when I was a kid. We did birthday parties. But the older, I don't know. I think I feel weird. I don't know. Anyway. I am happy that it was your birthday and that you had a good day. Some do a whole, I know, birthday month. I think it's just people who want an excuse to like treat themselves, right? Which is totally fine. If that makes you happy, go for it. If you're able to do that, great. I certainly don't have the income to just treat myself for a week or a month. And even if I did, I'm too pragmatic to spend that much money on myself. So I'd probably just save the money or spend it on something for my art stuff, if anything. Celebrate my birthday all year. There you go, Bill Nash. Look at you. I was born. I was stillborn. Wait, no, not. I meant continuously born, not. Anyway, just never mind. I didn't think through the other meaning of that. Oh, jeez. This is why being a impulsive verbal processor is not always great. I got out of bed. Still alive is what I mean. No, dang it. Don't. Why? That's just gonna make me have to relive this conversation, and I won't remember why I said it in 6 months. I try to do one new thing each birthday nowadays. Oh, that's a good idea, Barbowette. Can you give some examples? Like, what do you mean? Like, just a new experience that you've never tried before? Or, like, visit a place you've never been, maybe? I kind of like that idea, actually. Okay, I think we're going to end here for my studies today, and I'm going to get into the Discord, get those belly spots on there first. There we go. Okay, there's my dancing lizard. I did two studies today. Congrats, me. You did more than one. It's always the goal. There we go. 2 little lizards and a skink. Well, okay, 1 lizard and a skink. I think skinks are technically a type of lizard, I think. But I don't know. We never looked into it today. We're going to have this little ad break in a minute, and then I'm going to get into the Discord. So while I'm waiting, I'm actually going to look up what's the difference between a skink and a lizard. Difference between skinks and lizards. Minus AI, guys, because that works now. Lizards and skinks are classified in a larger sense as lizards. Yes, skinks are a type of lizard. They inhabit similar environments, both feed on insects. Skinks are just much larger and have distinctive color variations. But there's colorful lizards, too. They have smaller legs in comparison to typical lizards. Okay, and are found in different habitats. Interesting. Difference between a skink and a lizard. Well, there we go. There's some answers. Stuff I normally wouldn't do. Did a 1-day pottery course one time. Forest sledding. I don't even know what that is. That sounds really fun. I want to go forest sledding. Where do you do that? What does that mean? When I was a kid, we would slide down cardboard boxes on grass hills because I grew up in Texas and there was never snow. Is it like that? You want a black lab? Yeah. Let's do that. Thank you for letting me know. No, I can definitely fit it in. Yeah, but how do you go sledding in a forest, Amaze? That's my question. Thank you for explaining the obvious. I thought, yeah, skinks are a type of lizard. But they're like I guess it's like there's certain characteristics that you can tell when you're looking at it when it's a skink versus a lizard. Dodge trees and don't die. So it is just cardboard box down a hill, basically. We are going to go into an ad break. I'm going to draw this sub-zoo request. Thank you again, Cold Case of Creativity, so much for subbing. I super appreciate it. And then we're going to get into the Discord, okay? So during the ads, if you want to support the stream, just mute the tab, but let the stream play. You can also lower the volume slightly, but all we're going to do is stretch. If you call a sled a box, there you go. Okay, fair enough. But did you actually go on sleds? There we go. We have an ad happening, so all we're going to do is stretch. If you can hear the sound of my voice, feel free to stretch. Oh, I like to do a posture stretch. Do some shoulder rolls. I like to take my back from this shrimped posture and overarch it into a, like, overcorrection, basically. It's unshrimping time. Exactly, Miss Heart Rules. Thank you. So if you'd like to unshrimp with me, just arch your back and push your shoulder blades together and hold. You can kind of roll some shoulders a little bit too to kind of ease into that posture if that helps. I also try to engage my neck by pushing my neck back too. This can help alleviate some of that like tech neck, because a lot of people put their necks really far forward to look at technology. And since a lot of us are on technology right now, presumably, I'm not sure how else you would watch this, it's a good idea to kind of push everything kind of back into alignment. And hold for about 20 seconds or so. Really, really tight flex there. And then after about 20 seconds or so, I think we're almost there for me, you're going to relax. And basically what you're doing is you're taking it from this posture to an overcorrection to a relaxed posture. And we try to do this once an hour on the ad breaks. So for anybody who's never been here during an ad break, if you've never heard what we do, this is it. It's very exciting. We take water breaks and we do stretches. So there's my hydration break. We're also going to do a carpal tunnel stretch. So if you've never done this one with me and you'd like to do the one I'm doing, you can start off with some wrist rotations. Those are really good. Do some like forward. I call them rev the motorcycle, and then backwards rev. But yeah, just do a couple of wrist rotations first, and then take your hand and take it out, like hold it out next to you like this. But then point your fingers at the ground. So rotate from fingers up to fingers down. And then take your other hand, and what you're going to do is gently grab, your thumb, your fingers, and just keeping your fingers pointed down, you're going to pull gently toward your body. You can also push your hand against a wall if this is too awkward for you. And if this hurts, or if you have a wrist injury, please don't do this. But it's a really good one for carpal tunnel, especially if you can get your thumb in that too. So if you can just grab your fingers and your thumb, and pull gently toward your body. It really helps. And hold that for about 20 seconds. They say 20 seconds is kind of the cliff of like helpfulness, right? So you want to make sure you do it for at least 20 seconds. You can do it a little longer if you want to, but do it on both hands. And that's supposed to be one of the most helpful things you can do to prevent carpal tunnel or to alleviate symptoms of carpal tunnel. Like if you have finger tingling or numbness, those are early signs of carpal tunnel problems. So get ahead of that if you can. And I think we're out of ads, so there we go. Did our stretches. Perfect. It's Stevie Wonder's birthday. That's awesome. So if we have from Cold Case of Creativity a black lab request, let's do the black lab running with the cheetah. Trying to catch the cheetah. That seems like something a black lab would do. My brother had a black lab. There we go. Also, don't mind the Backstreet Boys. Pay no attention. Pay no attention to the song behind the curtain. There we go. We're going to draw a little simplified doggo here. Little black lab. With his ears flying in the wind. Who let the black lab out at the zoo? I'm really just thinking about my brother's lab that he used to have as the inspiration for this. Glasses are chairs, can't go whistle 'cause he just doesn't care. Knocked on his door. Gypsies and thieves. Did you have a black lab, Cold Case? One of these days I'll make one for you. Actually, I kind of want his feet to be out. Like that full sprint back black lab pose. There we go. There is your black lab at the zoo. Thank you for joining the sub-zoo. Just give him a little bit of shading so we know he's a black lab. Actually that kind of ruins it. We'll just leave him that way. The color part is hard. If we get a lot of people resubbing, I may eventually add color to this too. So maybe we'll save that. Oh, and let me write your name. Write your name under the lab. Thank you so much for helping support, keeping the lights on. Enjoy your emotes. I messed this part up. Hold on. Let's see. Oh, and you have a lot of space here too. A cold case of creativity. Creativity. There we go. You did have a black lab named Holly. Aw, difficult to take care of us. Decided to give her. Oh, okay, I see. But now you have a golden retriever named Brody. Nice. Goldens are pretty sweet too. Labs can have a gene that makes it so they're always hungry. That's part of why there's so many overweight labs. Really? Of course you would have the fun facts about food, Ungoy. Well, thanks again, Cold Case. I super appreciate it. And welcome to the sub-zoo. You are now representing all of labdom. I'm going to move you a little closer to the cheetah. Blink. You're going to catch him. Good luck. He's got a bow tie though, so watch out. Okay, let's get into the Discord and see what people have gotten up to today. So I'm going to go pop over to the Discord now. If anyone has not yet joined and you had a piece that you wanted to share, you could share it on Discord or my most recent post on Blue Sky. I will check that as well. It's up there. Let's go see. Let's check there first, just make sure I'm not overlooking something. Oh, we do have a comment. Let's see if there's an art. Oh. Okay, I don't think I see an art on Blue Sky, so let's go ahead and head to the Discord. Closing Firefox. Guys, I really hope that we solved the crashing issue. That would be so ideal. Alright, let's scroll up to the top. We're going to look at everything that has been posted since yesterday's figure drawing studies. So here they are. This is how it works for the art gym, if you've never been here before. See, it's nice here because I have it perfectly arranged so that it cuts off all the distracting stuff and you can just see the art, which is nice. So yeah, anything below what I posted yesterday is what we will look at, and it will work like this for tomorrow too. So if anybody's still working, please don't feel like you have to rush or anything to get your stuff in. We're just going to look at more after tomorrow's art gym. So we're starting here with Slappy Salamander. Wasn't feeling confident, says Slappy, in the idea of putting human figure studies into your new sketchbook. Fair. I feel the same way sometimes. I figured I'd try some gestures of funny animals instead. No, I think you did great. These are great studies. This is a fantastic gesture. I think this is a perfect gesture right here. These are just gestures that you ended up doing more detail with, right? Like you did gesture. I can see you started with your shapes. Like you're refining the form. I can see you thinking about contours, thinking about shape. Like that's all gestures really about. I think you're nailing it. These are so good. I love the water droplet effects you got, Slappy. Well done. Look at this fawn. This is a really awkward pose too for a fawn. You did a great job capturing all of that. And here's all the pictures. They're so good. Yeah, you did a fantastic job, Sloppy Salamander. Well done. Well done, Sloppy Salamander. Super, super good. They look great. Great form, great structure. Is there a gold star that I can add? Gold star. Excellent. Animals are more fun to draw anyways, exactly. This one comes from Lithium. We have a figure study here. I like that you found the angle of the hips and the rib cage first to kind of keep that hiccup, sorry, to keep that in mind. You can also see how the shoulders mirror this. So this is something to think about. You can see that the hips on this side is higher, this one is lower. This is a really good way to keep that line of action and help you keep the actual posture in mind. So this is a great practice. Looks like you're trying to find the form, you're trying to find the proportion and everything, nice values. But yeah, this is a lovely, lovely little study here that we got from Lithium. Well done. Well done. Flex. Oh, I already flexed. Let's do a heart. Heart. Lovely, lovely. Thank you so much for sharing, Lithium. I'm not sure if you're here, but I appreciate you joining in. And if anybody who shares their work is a streamer, just let us know so we can shout you out. This one is from Clem. Got a couple of studies here from Clem. Again, Clem, I keep saying this, but really nice job finding the form. You can see this like shape study that they did. They broke down the body into literal shapes. If you're struggling with thinking about things in dimension, in perspective, as a shape, if you're struggling with copying, this right here is a fantastic way to kind of get your brain to think of what you're looking at more sculpturally, because you have to find the building blocks. You have to think about the perspective of this cube on the leg. Like this right here is a great example. This leg, turning that into a cube. You know, turning that hip square is slightly adjusted from the, slightly rotated, from the rib cage square, right? Thinking about that stuff is super helpful. These are fantastic. Really, really nice. And I can see that with at least some of these, you're trying to find the proportion first and then filling in the contour last. If anyone's looking at this, don't get too excited about doing the contour first. Like, make sure, do your shape checks, right? Draw your big shapes first. Build your skin around that. This one is fantastic. This is an excellent example of using shapes to find form and structure. You can see the same pose done in 2 ways. Don't want to leave that up too long because Twitch. But these look fantastic, Clem. Thank you so much for sharing. These are awesome. Really, really great studies. Yeah. Excellent stuff. Very inspiring stuff. We have got a lot of figure studies from yesterday. We have some from Beats. These are more gestural studies. These might also be timed. So for anybody who's wanting to get more comfortable with the human figure, doing like timed 30-second to 1-minute gesture sketches like this, just to find like the line of action or the proportion or the basic like gesture of the pose. Like you can see the weight of the figure landing on this foot and kind of that long reach. Same thing with all of these are doing a great job of showing that gentle curve of the body to the left, right? See, these are all 60-second gestures. Excellent, excellent stuff, Beats. Very, very cool. Here's more 60-second gestures. Here's one on a ball. I like that. These look great. These look really, really, really good. Well done, Beats. Great proportions on all of these too. You're really paying close attention to like where the rib cage goes in relation to the hips, and like being mindful of that trunk space in between, not making it too long or too short. I find that that's a really common issue with drawing humans, especially when you're first starting out. Like I still struggle with this too because I don't draw them very often, but that proportion of the distance between so in a lot of anime and games, if that's your main source of knowledge on human anatomy, a lot of people end up stretching out and elongating and unintentionally stylizing, especially the female figure. And people put like way too much space in between the hips and the rib cage. And sometimes it leads to some really, really wonky anatomy issues. Once you get to the end of your painting, you're like, it looks like her back is broken. It's like, well, it would have to be in that position. So it's really important to learn kind of how things are supposed to work. And then if you choose to stylize later, you totally can. But when you know what the rules already are, you know how to bend them and still make it look believable. And that's how you get to that really good, really strong character art style. And this is stuff I need to think about too, because I'm trying to develop a character art style, and I need to get more comfortable just drawing humans in general before I start stylizing. Sometimes I want to jump to being stylized first. I was noticing this yesterday when we were doing the character camp, and it's like, it's so fun to stylize, but if I don't have my foundational stuff, I'm not going to know how to break the rules in a convincing way. And I think that's the bridge I'm going to have to bridge. I'm not sure how I'm trying to say that, but anyway, these are very inspirational Beats. Well done. Thank you so much for sharing. Thank you everybody for sharing sketches. It's always so fun to look at everybody's studies. It really does make me want to keep going. Yeah, that'd be fun. Miss Art Rules for sure. One of the benefits of being in a relationship, right? Free figure drawing. Love number 2. Yeah, very good. This username does not exist. How did you write your words upside down? What is that? Hello. Hello. Yeah, very cool. I really like that you put the belly button. Imagine that's for getting proportion. Yeah. Oh, the belly button's in the studies. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It does. It helps you, like, the belly button's a good landmark, right, on the figures to make sure that you're putting everything in relation to itself. But yeah, it's also very cute. Here we have Amazing Fan 15, our wonderful mod who puts up with my nonsense all the time. Lovely study here. This is a really, man, great job with the details and the textures here. I have no idea what you're saying is the downside to what using the upside down text username. Something about very easy. I think that's good. I'm glad it's easy. You hurt yourself on those scales? I believe it. Scales are kind of intense. I tend to just stylize the scales. But well done on attempting to tackle them for sure. They look great. I mean, the study you did looks awesome. Really nice proportion, great structure. Like, it looks super anatomically accurate. I think you're doing a great job here. Yeah, lovely study, Amaze. Really nicely done. Really nice movement here with that, like, raised arm. It feels like yours feels really in motion in a way that I feel like is even more pronounced than the photo. Very cool. Nice job. If you guys aren't following Amaze, make sure that you do. Amaze also does a lot of streaming here on Twitch. If you're looking for another artist to follow and support, he does character art, he does comic work, and he also does animation. So he does it all. No pain, no gain. Exactly. Training's gotta hurt a little. Exactly. That is why we call it the art gym. It's supposed to be a challenge for sure. Ooh, we have a nice, like, foot study. These are so fun, Dusk. I love bird feet. They look so dinosaur-y. Really cool. This is a great practice if anybody wants to draw dinosaurs. Study ratites. Study their feet especially. They're extremely dinosaurian and very fun to look at. Especially like emus and cassowaries, I think, are the ones that are... Rheas aren't too bad either, but they're a little bit smaller. Yeah, super good. Great job with the structure and all of these. And I believe Dusk also streams. Let's see if Dusk is in here. There we go. Makes it easy if people are in here because I can just shout them out pretty easy. You're unfamiliar with this kind of Pokemon. You know, it's like a Doduo, Bill Nash. See? There is a type of Pokemon. I wonder if there are streamers like this for writing papers, because I would love this type of motivational boost. You know what, Starmie? Actually, I happen to know somebody who does write for accountability on stream. Let's see if I can spell her name right. Cinnamon Row. Does stream. There is now there's a writing and reading category on Twitch, and there are people doing like writing practice and stuff as well. So you might try checking out Cinna. And maybe Senna knows some other writers on Twitch. But I'm glad that you find it helpful, and I hope you find what you're looking for the writing too, Starmie. No, you're definitely improving, Amaze. I can totally see it. Yes, it's great. It's great to see this progress, right, Sloppy? Yeah, Sloppy was saying they like the confusion at the middle toe pad, and then the basic shape breakdown right here, and then the fleshy sketch. Yeah, exactly. This is a great way to break down and look at a skeletal reference next to like a fleshed out reference, and then try to figure out how those things go together and how they move. You can see like breaking down the lifting of the foot, where does the, like, what part of the metacarpals or tarsals kind of come up and what stay, how do they flex and move together. This is a great way to really understand the movement of something, and a way to test if you really took this in after you've done a bunch of studies like these, especially when you've done them from different angles, is to step aside and go try to draw from imagination now. Try to draw this same thing, taking what you've learned because you asked questions, right? I think the key is this. The key are these question marks, honestly. The drawing is how you get there and how you find the answer, but the key is you're supposed to be asking questions when you're doing studies. Remember, the purpose of a study is not to copy the image exactly. You're not really going to learn that way. All you're going to learn is how to copy. If you want to actually be able to draw from imagination, you've got to ask questions and find the answer by looking at various references from different angles and trying to figure out the anatomy of the thing that you're trying to draw. And then once you've sort of kind of gotten there a little bit, then you go off to the side and you draw from imagination, taking not just random imagination, but now that you've put this information into your creative bank account, into your visual library, taking that and then applying it to a new drawing, and seeing what you still struggle with and what you don't. And if you still struggle with something, go back and do a study of that thing. And that's how you're going to improve. You yell at the birds at the zoo to show their feet. That's like me and any animal that's in tall grass. I'm like, step up. I need to see how your feet look. Where the bones go, each narrow point of each toe bone has a little wedge that fits into it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Don't forget the prediction. Oh, yeah, I will not. Let's do that. Let's do that right now before I forget, honestly. But these look great, Dusk. Thank you again for participating. And guys, go follow Dusk if you aren't already. I was hanging out on Dusk's stream the other day. Very fun, very chill. And was doing some studies for character art. So if you want to go hang out with Dusk, a great option here on Twitch. Let me see where the prediction thing is. Let's go ahead and choose the outcome. Uh-oh, somebody thought I was going to get 3 done today. Choose the outcome. Somebody thought I was going to do 1. Somebody thought many more. Well, for those who voted for 2, I got 2 studies done today. Complete the prediction. Yes, 2 is the correct outcome. There we go. And for anyone who doubts, if you doubt, there's my 2. My 2 are right there. So I did 2 studies today. So congratulations to the winners. And you had faith. I'm sorry to let you down, Sloppy. Your mistake. I know. I'm sorry. Listen, I have to let somebody down once a day. It's like in my genetics. So here we have one from Miss Art Rules of a horned lizard. Very, very cool. Oh, I love the textures. This is so cute. I like how you made it super happy. We have a nice little reference photo here. Yeah, lovely textures, lovely proportions. You're getting really good at proportions, Miss Art Rules, really paying attention to what the size of things are in relation to each other. So it's looking great. And of course, working traditionally, as always, in watercolor, I presume. Lovely stuff. Thank you so much for sharing. I can't properly go about my day until someone's disappointed in me. It's just an inevitability. It's honestly my greatest fear in life is letting somebody down. But I've gotten over it a little bit. It's just I've accepted that it's just gonna happen, and I just have to live with it, and I can't let it bug me. But yeah, that is part of why I'm afraid of the internet, and it's part of why I tend to be. I don't know. I guess you could say it has led to a fair bit of social anxiety, but I'm out here trying. I'm trying to get over it and just put myself out there anyway. But I also know that Sloppy is joking. At least I think Sloppy is joking. Hopefully Sloppy is joking. If not, I guess I'll just go cry later. Try to get it out of the way early. Exactly. Yeah, you did a great job. Feel bad that your paintings didn't get into the... Oh, don't feel bad, Miss Art Rules. I've been rejected too. It's just part of it. Good. You're going to keep trying. Excellent. Yeah, I know you're joking. I was joking about questioning your joke. There's so many jokes. Okay, let's keep going. We have Dracon doing some very cool lizard studies. You found some really cool ones to draw. Ooh, I love this like posed monitor lizard down here. This is so fun. Yeah. Wow, these look great. Really nice job paying attention to the shapes and trying to nail that down first before jumping into details. I know it's really hard to do. I struggle with it a lot. That's a very cool lizard. These look really, really cool. I can't get over this pose here. I really like how you handled this. Nice job like drawing the tail around things and like making it look like he's really in the branches. These look great. Fantastic job, Dracon. Yeah, next year. You got that. Exactly. And here's something else you can do too. You can go see the types of work that got approved, because sometimes it's also like a thematic thing. Like there's an art festival here that I know I will never get into because the only type of work that they tend to enjoy is just not the type of art that I do. So it can always help you to go see like what did get in and try to look at like what's the skill level, what's the content, what's the method, what's the material, and just take some notes, do some market research. But definitely let it be like a motivator. Try not to let it get you down. That's, learning how to switch that flip in art from feeling like there's a weight on top of you of like you're never going to get there, to letting that be a motivator, like a fire underneath you to make you more passionate and more excited about what you can learn next. I think that's really the trick. Yeah, I know. I forget that monitor lizards are up in trees too, but this is a really cool one. You did a great job with all these, Dracon. Thank you so much for participating and sharing your work. And just so anybody knows, if you did draw today but you're not feeling like you want to share, just know that I'm still proud of you. I'm very excited that you drew with us. Thank you for drawing along. I know that sometimes people do that too. They don't look like they belong there, no. Oh, Briboette! Hey, check this out. Briboette, this looks awesome. That is one chonky lizard. I love it. Oh my gosh, look at the texture, you guys. Hey, did you guys know that Briboette secretly streams sometimes? I'm gonna shout you out, Briboette. You guys should go follow Briboette just in case they ever decide to stream again. I don't think they have a schedule, but very, very cool. I love the colors and the textures that you painted this with. I like the almost total absence of line here. It's always such a fun way to paint. You can tell that you're a painter at heart, for sure, looking at this. Just, yeah, the use of like the shine, the texture, all of it is really, really cool. Not you drawing today, you're removing bricks and rocks. Well, it sounds like a good workout. Yeah. Is it eating? No, I think it actually has, what type of lizard is this? Does anyone know off the top of their head? No, I think it's actually just, it's got this huge gullet. It might even be in my, it's a tegu. Yeah. I think this is just what they look like. See, here's some. Here's a very similar one. They got these big, like, throat sacs. And when he lays down, it gets all squished. Here's a really chunky one. Yeah, very, very cool. They're really neat. I think they're monitor lizards, right? Like a type of monitor lizard. Really, really pretty. Oh, hey! He's a Chunkus unit absolutus. Yeah, that too. That too. You did a great job with this, Briboette. Really, really cool study here. Oh, we have a gratitude jar. That lizard is you. That lizard is me after chocolate or ice cream. It's very chunky and pretty. Yeah, you did a great job with this, Briboette. Very cool. Looks lovely. And we do have a gratitude jar from Pioneer. Thank you so much, Pioneer, for the gratitude. I will do that right after we finish here with the art gym. I appreciate you helping me remember to do the gratitude stuff. Do we have an orange heart? Yeah, let's do an orange heart. See, orange. It looks great. Love it. Chunky guy. Thank you all for participating. If anybody is... Oh, wait. We have more. We have more. Okay, here's the bottom. I thought that was the end. Sloppy just snuck some in there. These are great. Oh my gosh, look at the cute eyes. Oh, I love him. Oh my gosh, anything with wrinkles, you guys. So fun to draw wrinkles. You're doing a really great job, Sloppy, with the form of all of the critters. And I like that you provided the references too, so we can kind of see. You don't have to do this, folks, but if you have the references handy, it's sometimes nice for us to see like how you got to where you were. But it's totally not required. These look fantastic. Well done. I like that you're dating your, like actually putting the today's date on the drawing too. That's really helpful in a sketchbook. I always recommend that to anybody who's new to drawing. I didn't used to do that when I was younger, and I kind of wish that I had, because now looking back at those sketchbooks, I have no idea when I did the things I did. With digital sketches, it's easier because the date's just baked into the file, right? So you don't have to worry about it. But these look fantastic. Oops. I was trying to do another reaction here. Little hug for the chonker. Oh my gosh, you did such a good job, Sloppy Salamander. Well done. Well done. Yeah, the Blue Mini Dragon is very, very cool. Yeah, that you found. Trying to cut you out? No! A couple of Rhachodactylus. Oh, are these Rhachodactylus? Rhachodactyli? Are these both Rhacos? Rhaco, if you're still here, we have your cousins on screen. Oh, and we have another one from Dally. Awesome, we'll look at that just a second. Like your lore to be obscure and cryptic. That's fair. That's fair. To each their own. That's okay. Hey, we're all about the last minute submissions here. Thank you so much, Sloppy. These look fantastic. I'm excited to watch you do more sketches. Thank you all for being so inspiring. Okay, and we have one from Dally as well. Dally did a study. This looks lovely, of course. Amazing. Really like the glasses shine, honestly. The way that you implied that. I was looking at the reference to see what it looks like, and then what you did with the glasses I think is really fun. Like there's obviously a little bit of stylization, but you've got all the bits in there. It's always cool to see the way people simplify things to visually communicate, excuse me. I think that is for me kind of the fun thing about art, is that it's basically an exercise in visual communication. And I really enjoy seeing how everybody's different ways of communicating come through. Really nice values on this. Of course, great proportion. Looks of course, I'm making the same pose she is. Looks fantastic. If you guys aren't following Dally, by the way, thanks for hanging out, Dally. And thanks for drawing along. We got a streamer here, Dally Say MT. If you want to go hang out with Dally, is going to be getting back into streaming here soon. So go ahead and follow so that you don't miss out. Does a lot of, like, at least when they were streaming before, does like some Q&A, talks about the industry. Yeah, just kind of like while they're drawing, has like really interesting conversations. Definitely recommend if you're looking for another art streamer. These look great, Dally. Thank you everybody who participated today. You love Parker Posey's performance in The White Lotus. Is that who this is? I actually haven't seen a lot of things, so I don't know. Hey, Dr. Hubs also, how are you? Thanks for popping in. It's good to see you. Appreciate you. Hope your Tuesday's going well. That looks like the character says no capes. Yeah, a little bit. But this looks fantastic, Dally. And everybody. Great job to everyone. Thank you so much for participating. I am going to post mine. Oh, wait. Did I not copy them? I'm going to post mine down here. And we're going to do the gratitude jar before I forget. And then we're going to find another artist to go hang out with. So let me post these. Let's see. Oh, you know what? I know what my gratitude jar is for today. My gratitude jar is 100 gajillion% that I found the issue, I think, with my PC and why it's been crashing. So for anyone who missed that, I ran a bunch of memory tests yesterday, kind of opened up my PC and moved my RAM around. And I'm pretty sure it's a RAM. I'm like 99.9% sure it's my RAM. So I've taken XMP off of my RAM, which is like an overclocking thing you can do for better performance, and it's just at factory settings now. And supposedly with this RAM that I have, apparently it's known to have this problem with some configurations. My RAM just needed dusting. It's actually not that dusty in there. I haven't opened that up since I built it in December of 23. There's really not that much dust, but I don't have carpet in the studio. There's not a lot of fabric in here other than what I'm wearing, and so there just isn't. And I have dust guards and stuff, so there's really not a lot in there. I probably could blow it out a little bit, but that's definitely what I am grateful for. So it is 5/13/25. Found and fixed with a question mark because we don't know yet. But found and fixed the RAM/PC stream crash problem at studio. I'm very grateful. It's nice to know what the problem is and hopefully to have found the solution. I've been dealing with it for over a year, but it's gotten really bad the last few months. So anyway, that is my gratitude jar. For those who don't know what the gratitude jar is, it's just this thing I do where at the end of the year, so what I'll do is I'll take this and I will fold it up and stick it in my gratitude jar, which is at home, but I'll make sure this goes home with me today. And I'll put it in my gratitude jar. And then at the end of the year, on New Year's Eve, actually, my tradition is to open up that jar and look at everything that has happened. Because for me, it's like a way to kind of remember the good things that happened throughout the year. It's kind of hard to remember sometimes. It's easy to focus on the negative. So that's kind of my attempt at doing that. Anyway, thank you for helping me remember to do that, Pioneer. Really appreciate you. Let's see. We got the gratitude jar. Okay, I think I did all the things. I did the prediction. We did the gratitude jar. You guys, I think we're ready. Let's see if my stream credits work today. Yay! Stream credits work today. For some reason last night they weren't working, so there you go. Thank you to everybody who joined in today. Thank you to the new follower today, and thank you to the subs and resubs. You guys are extremely generous. Thank you for joining the sub zoo. To everybody who subbed this month. This is like way more than I expected. Really, really appreciative. If we make the new sub goal, I get a new emote too. So we'll see if I can make that. I don't know when the cutoff is for it, but I'm like 20 subs away from a new emote, and I would love to. Maybe we'll see if we get there. But I appreciate y'all hanging out. Thank you to the lurkers. Thank you to the mods. You guys are amazing. I really appreciate you hanging out with me. And of course, thank you to everybody showing up on the Patreon there. You guys, some of those patrons have been there since like well before I was streaming, and I just really could not be doing anything I'm doing right now without that continued support over on Patreon. So anybody who's up at above the $5 tier will get to be on the list. So Amaze, I'm gonna start booting you out of my stream if you don't quit it. It is not my fault. I tell you all the time that you need to go take care of you first. You don't get to blame that on me. But thank you, everybody. Seriously, I appreciate everybody. Even the hecklers. I appreciate you, especially the hecklers, of course. We are going to go find another artist to go say hi to. Somebody doing some art. Somebody doing some work-safe art, hopefully. Who have we not raided into in a while? Let's see. Not feeling Bollywood today. Let's go say hi to... Ooh, there's quite a few people on doing some art. Just gonna scroll down really fast, make sure there's somebody that we don't get to raid very often that's on. Ooh, yeah, we could go say hi to... We haven't raided this person in forever. I'm glad I went all the way down here. Let's go say hi to somebody that we have not raided in a gajillion years. Maybe ever, actually. They are doing some axolotl painting, so it's even sort of thematic because it's like a little... I mean, it's not a lizard, but it is kind of, morphologically similar. Ooh, I think a squirrel just ran onto my roof. We're gonna go say hi to Hannah Cromwell. We haven't raided in a long time, if ever. It's been many months, I think. But let's go say hi to Hannah. We'll just say Casey raid. There we go. If you have a sub and you'd like to use those emotes, feel free if you want to use that raid call. If you don't have my emotes, then just replace that flailing Carnotaur with something else. I couldn't remember what it was, Amaze. I still need to make my raid call to have all the options. You could do the Snowstorm one, absolutely. If you want to do a different one, that's just the only one I can remember because it's easy. But if anybody wants to, yeah, feel free to type it. Yeah, thank you, Pyro. If you have a different one you want to use, feel free to type it. And then there's my socials if you need them. It's not a professional raid. Ungoy, please, you're gonna give people the wrong impression about me. Let's go say hi to Hannah. This is my only stream today, guys, so if you want to hang out with me in between streams, there's all my links. Appreciate everybody hanging out. Let's go say hi to Hannah and see what she's up to, making a very cute painting. And I'll see you over there, okay? Bye!